Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. This is podcast number 95. Lightning McQueen, folks. Cars is a great franchise, except for the second movie. It sucked. But moving on, we have quite a bit in store. This is going to be quite a ranty podcast, but at the same time, well, it's a triple subject. We have three things we're talking about here. We are reviewing the events of AEW Double or Nothing, which was this past Sunday. And now, this upcoming weekend, we have two pay-per-views that we have to predict. One is NXT In Your House, and the other is WWE Hell in a Cell. So, yeah, we haven't had a triple subject since February 2020, when we had to review the events of AEW Revolution and WWE Super Showdown, while also predicting the Elimination Chamber. And that was, of course, before the entire world went to shit with the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be here. Number 95. We are 5 episodes away from the Losers Lounge 100th podcast. That is honestly amazing. I can't believe I've been doing this for that long. But joining me, please welcome two-time Losers Lounge Member of the Year and Optimistic Hall of Famer, the heelist of Balors.
God, I'm dying of heat over here, ladies and gentlemen, because it's like, I think 95 degrees here in my state, or it feels like it. But, of course, I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's great to be back on the Losers Lounge podcast to talk about a iffy pay-per-view and to predict two other pay-per-views that concern WWE. I was actually on vacation for 2 days while Double or Nothing happened. I had fun. It was great. I watched the show with my boys on our thing that we do. It was fun. It was entertaining. And there was some words thrown, let's just say. But yeah, you're gonna hear all my thoughts on it today, and I can't wait to talk about In Your House and of course Hell in a Cell. So, yep, a long way to go today.
Yes, indeed. It's like as if never thought before that an AEW pay-per-view would feel as long as our longest podcast.
Yep.
But apparently it was, in a way. Okay, not as long. We were still longer, but you get my point. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us for the first time in quite a long time, but for the first time in 2022, please welcome Optimistic Hall of Famer, Leo the Phenom.
Yeah.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Thank you for letting me join in once again, because it's been a little bit of a rough day, but you know what? Being a part of this is gonna cheer my spirits up.
Being part of the podcast cheers everyone's spirits up. That's what's always so fun about us.
Oh, absolutely. Considering how we feel about certain subjects that we're gonna go through first. But hey, we're gonna have a good time.
And since folks, this is a triple subject, we're gonna get right into it. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start things off with a review on AEW Double or Nothing, which was, without a doubt, their longest event ever. And unfortunately, a lot of the matches were long for the wrong reasons, or added into the show for the wrong reasons. It got to the moment where, there were several matches where we were like, okay, we can get, like, some snacks. We can go to the bathroom, or in our case, we had multiple sneeze breaks.
No joke, I legit sneezed during one of the matches. And I went and got pizza. No joke. I'll tell you what match I went to get pizza with. Let me get to it. Don't you worry, folks.
No problem. And I even had some friends of mine from my Discord who were telling me that they were at movie theaters watching the show, and when certain matches came on, they went right back to concessions to refill up on their popcorn. Yeah. But yeah, AEW Double or Nothing was insanely long. I get it. It's their premier event. It's basically their WrestleMania. And for anyone who say, no, All Out is their WrestleMania, no. All Out has not been treated with as much capacity as Double or Nothing has. Sorry, that's just truth, folks. And I'm like, I get what they're doing here, but this is the WrestleMania 2016 to 2019 problem when they added too many matches and the show went on for like 5 hours. I was in attendance for 2016, 2017, and 2019. I was in attendance for the longest WrestleMania of all time. And even while there, I will admit, I did feel at times that maybe this is going on a little too long. I can only imagine how people were feeling sitting at home for that. But that's why, if AEW wants to introduce so many matches or put so much wrestlers into one event, then do what WWE did. Do a 2-night format and then go wild. It's that easy. But unfortunately for them, it was too difficult to do that. I don't know why, but unfortunately it was. So
I got a reason why. I got a reason. Me.
Willie?
Because their freaking boss is a mark.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why.
That's true. He did. Did he say something about winning Friday Night Wars?
Yes.
Handle
that one, bro.
We won the Friday Night Wars. It got to the point where even CM Punk was like, "Wait, what?"
I'm sorry. What Friday Night Wars?
I don't know. Maybe SmackDown and Rampage.
I'm sorry. You mean that 1 hour show that only about that gets about an average about 400,000 views a week?
Well, I don't. Well, I'll be honest. I actually don't pay attention to the numbers. I just already know by common sense that Rampage got nowhere near SmackDown.
Nope.
Rampage is the most pointless show on a weekly basis to even watch.
Well, I would actually probably assume that would go to AEW Dark.
I don't even count Dark because nobody watches it, and it's on YouTube. I'm talking about it.
Hey, whoa! Well, hold on a moment. What's wrong with being on YouTube? I mean, look at us. We're a show on YouTube.
We're actually successful, Christian.
Exactly.
I would not compare us to AEW. Sorry.
Oh, true.
But I would
succeed at AEW.
Yeah, they're way better than us in that sense. But here's the thing: they're not a podcast; they're a wrestling company. So we're two different things.
Actually, they do have their own podcast, but we're better than that.
Oh yeah, they're AEW Unrestricted.
Yeah,
they do tell compelling stories. I'll give them that.
They do. I give them that. Anyways.
But yeah, I will say like they really got to learn for this. Like if you look on social media, a majority of the comments were saying the show was okay, but the big problem was it was way too long, and and not to mention the crowd was dead for so many matches because they were tired as hell. And you don't do that. You just don't do that. Thank you.
No, you don't.
Like, how the hell did AEW manage to have a crowd be absolutely silent for a match involving, like, I don't know, Darby Allin and Kyle O'Reilly?
Well, that was squeezed in for, like, the middle of the show. I'll give them that, but at the same time, it's like, that's still no excuse. I don't know why that match was.
It's Kyle versus Darby. That match is supposed to slap, and the audience is supposed to go nuts for it.
I went nuts for it. I mean, like, even though I was literally halfway dead, but I was still hyped for it.
You said before you literally passed out.
Oh, during one match, but that was not the match, though.
Okay, yeah.
Leo knows what match I'm talking about.
I think I have a feeling which one it is, too. But let's actually kick things off by talking about the matches. But actually, before we do, I want to quickly ask, Leo, did you feel AEW was too long?
Like, honestly, like,
oh boy.
As someone who was at WrestleMania in Orlando back in 2017, who was at the stadium from 12 o'clock p.m. till past 12 o'clock a.m.
Wait, you went? Hold up, back up for a sec. You went to the stadium that early?
Yeah.
Oh,
that way to beat traffic.
Okay, smart. That's smart. Continue.
Yeah. Basically, even then, I was not as exhausted sitting at Camping World Stadium for 12 hours when compared sitting for nearly 6 hours watching Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I think the big difference was you were attending the show and you were not attending Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
I think I'll probably think that it has like a big different impact to those who attend the show in comparison to those who are sitting down watching the show.
Hell, as someone who attended a Dynamite Rampage combo back in March, even then, the show felt like it went on forever. I got to the arena at 7 o'clock. They started taping Dark Elevation. Then they got into Dynamite. And then once Dynamite finished, they started doing Rampage. And as someone who was in that arena, I started falling asleep during Rampage.
Yeah. I won't lie, when I attended Monday Night Raw in Buffalo, New York, I almost fell asleep there because it felt too long. However, what kept me alert was the fact that I was almost involved in a big brawl. That was crazy. Wild. Injured my neck, but I'm okay. Anyways, we're going to go right through the matches, folks. Are you guys ready to talk what happened at Double or Nothing?
Oh, I'm ready, but are they ready? Are you folks ready?
Oh, yeah. We'll kick things off with what a match that we thought was not going to happen, unfortunately. And that's Wardlow versus MJF. The match we thought wasn't going to happen because MJF apparently has issues with AEW, contractual issues.
Yeah.
To which we're like, does he really or does he not? I've heard...
Exactly.
I mean, this all started when showed a meet and greet the night before Double or Nothing. Supposedly booked a flight to leave Vegas that night, which he never got on the plane. And then others are saying he never did it. At that point, we're like, okay, you know what? I don't even know what's real. He's either gonna show. If he shows up at the show, then it was all just a fucking work. But now people are saying, no, it wasn't a work at all because, his match kicked off the show. And I was thinking that match was probably going to kick off the show anyway. MJF has had... If you look on the history of AEW pay-per-views, MJF does have a habit of starting off the show.
Yep.
Look at the match with Darby Allin at Full Gear last year, I believe it was.
Even Evolution when he teamed with Jericho against the Young Bucks.
Yep. Not to mention, hell, he was the opening match for the Allin event in 2018.
Yeah, he was.
Yep. Anyways, in this case, he faced Wardlow in the culmination of their big storyline that was been hyping up for years, and honestly, it went down the way I hoped it would. Wardlow squashed MJF.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was a squash. MJF had maybe 1 or 2 hits, but Wardlow was toying with him the whole match, powerbombed him literally 10 times. And my favorite part of the whole thing was when MJF was going to put the ring on, but if anyone knows about MJF in the ring, it's Wardlow.
Yep.
And the referee just slowly said, I'll take that.
Exactly.
And MJF was like, I'll double your pay. I'll triple your pay. I'll quadruple your pay.
There you go.
And powerbomb, 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 powerbomb. 1, 2. Wait, nope, we're not done. Powerbomb, powerbomb, powerbomb. Post, powerbomb, 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 powerbomb. And that's it.
And he got destroyed, basically.
Yeah, some people are saying that this happened to MJF because it was quote, punishment for breaching his contract. I don't think that's the case at all because I think that's what was always going to happen.
Exactly.
MJF wouldn't be constantly scared of Wardlow if he didn't know he was going to be squashed.
Exactly.
So I'll start with you, Leo. What was your thoughts on the Wardlow MJF match?
Honestly, to me, it's the perfect way to start the show. In the last few months, I have grown to become a huge fan of Wardlow, or as I usually call him, and you can even ask Willie this, I call him Batista number 3.
Who the hell's number 2?
Right.
Who the hell's Batista number 2, you ask? That's Mason Ryan.
Who's Mason Ryan? Oh, right. That one guy who was in the New Nexus that one time.
Yes. But Wardlow is vastly superior to him. Anyway, I thought this was the way it should have been. Wardlow absolutely wrecking MJF, considering how much of a dickhead Maxwell has become and even been to his heavy. So this was the way it should have been.
I will give them credit, AEW credit on a few things. While they did have the feud be exactly the same as his previous feuds with Cody Rhodes, Jericho, and CM Punk, hell, honestly, they combined elements from all 3 of those into this, which is why it felt so much like the same. The only thing that they didn't do was have a competitive back-and-forth match. They had a squash match. And perhaps maybe that's why
Yes.
MJF was pissed off or something. But then again, MJF's been pissed off with AEW for a long time, apparently, according to these reports. Which, by the way, folks, we're not really getting into and treating as facts because, well, the last time we did, we ended up being wrong. Like the time when we thought that someone like Cody Rhodes would never come back to WWE.
And look what happened.
Yeah, he's in WWE, and we're going to be talking about him later in this podcast. But in the meantime, folks, Heel Balor, it is your move. What was your thoughts on the Wardlow MJF match?
Okay. My personal opinions on the match, I think I'm going to bounce off what Leo said. I really enjoyed it, and he knows I'm a huge Wardlow fan. Almost everyone in our crew knows I'm a huge Wardlow fan. I loved it. I also love MJF. It was a perfect way to open the show, just to destroy MJF. He got his comeuppance, all that kind of stuff. He got his beat down, which I totally loved, and I think he deserved. I don't know what's next for Wardlow, but he could be a contender for the world title or the TNT championship in the future. So I don't know, but looks like MJF might be taking a break or whatever. We'll have to see. But I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Probably taking a break so they can fix up whatever the hell the problems are, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Like he's gonna go off and take some sabbatical. I don't freaking know. But it's MJF. We don't know.
It's nice. Maxwell's on sabbatical, honey.
Max Batical. There you go.
Max Batical. That's good.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank you.
Someone trademarked that.
Yeah, trademark it.
Let's see. What I like about all this is it started off great. So, I had high hopes for the rest of the show, and I just figured, some other matches are going to be cut for time. So, we'd enjoy them for a little bit while they can. Unfortunately, for a lot of the cases, that was, not the case. A big example of a match that honestly could have been saved for Dynamite is the next match we're talking about, and that is the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks. As much as, that's a big-time thing, and that's the feud that was before the Hardys went to WWE in 2017. The problem, there's, a lot of issues heading into this. Did you notice Jeff Hardy was so messed up in that match?
Mm-hmm. I noticed it too. Very slow. And just, this was the match where I legit got up and got pizza. No joke, folks. No joke. I went to get pizza.
Hell, honestly,
during this match.
Shockingly enough, it wasn't even just the match. Did you notice the entrance? When the Hardys made their entrance, there's Matt Hardy all excited on the stage, and we're like, wait, where'd Jeff go? Oh, he's slowly arriving.
Oh, wait, folks, this was not the match I went to get pizza. What's the next match? Never mind. I forgot what I just said.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jeff Hardy's entrance was just... it's not like the first time he debuted, the guy ran down the freaking ramp while Matt's getting his butt kicked, so... Yeah.
And not to mention, there was that one time, where he was, severely messed up for a lot of things. But, again, this goes back to something that we have been saying for a long time, which is, if Jeff Hardy's going to keep wrestling, no more hardcore stipulations. As it turns out, he was messed up because he was suffering big time after that big hardcore match he had with Darby Allin. And that was the one match where we were like, that did not need to be a hardcore style match. And holy shit, with all the punishment that Jeff Hardy went through and took, he should not be doing that at his age. He's in his mid-40s, for fuck's sake. He is not the Jeff Hardy charismatic enigma of the past anymore. Let it go. Frozen, Elsa
Please.
Style.
Please.
Yeah, I had to make references to Elsa because I wanted to make some sort of Disney reference. Because, ladies and gentlemen, holy crap, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a great series. So far.
Yeah, it is. No joke,
far.
folks. It's good.
Once you're done with this podcast, go ahead and, if you have Disney Plus, if you haven't seen the episodes yet, the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, available now. Go check them out. They're really good.
Please go do it. It's so much fun.
Yep. So, yeah, the Hardys and the Bucks, they had a match that went on for literally 20 minutes, but for a majority of the time, the Bucks had to make the Hardys look good because of how slow they were. And as a result of that, the Bucks were not performing like we remember them. There's that. And we were like, I don't understand this. And then it was later revealed, oh no, it's because Jeff Hardy is legitimately hurt because of his match with Darby Allin. I'm like, yeah, whose fault is that, I wonder, huh? Tony Khan.
What do you think, Will? Whose fault is that?
Tony Khan.
Yep. Or as we call him, Giggles.
Well, you call him that. I've honestly never heard of that before, but that actually sounds catchy. The big situation.
Call him Little Krusty.
Little Krusty, that's really cool.
Yeah, he does.
The thing that's a really big problem with Tony Khan is, unfortunately, this is not how it's supposed to be, folks. The big issue with Tony Khan, he's a wrestling fan first, but he's a businessman second. And if you're running a pro wrestling company as big on the standards of AEW, you gotta be a businessman first, no matter how big of a wrestling fan you are. It's like if you're directing a Star Wars movie or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's gotta be business before being a fan first. Business comes first throughout everything. And part of that includes, caring for the well-being of your wrestlers instead of not giving a shit if they kill each other out there. Not giving a shit and being so reckless is the reason why, well, a certain wrestler died in the ring in WWE. Carelessness, recklessness can lead to shit like that. And I'm honestly just going to put this out for the record. That Darby Allin and Jeff Hardy should not have been jumping off in life or death dives in a match trying to tribute Owen Hart. Right in front of his wife, too.
I don't think that match should have happened, period. It should have happened and been saved for paper. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and even if it did, the problem is it's kind of too late for Jeff Hardy to be doing this sort of stuff without having lasting consequences. And in a matter of time, I hate to say this, but it's going to catch up to Darby Allin.
Yeah, it is.
And we don't want that. Darby Allin is one of AEW's best. We already know he should honestly be away from Sting.
Exactly.
Here's the thing with Sting. Why is Sting even with Darby? It's been almost 2 years and we still don't know why.
Yeah, we don't know anymore. The first year, if you wanted to elevate him, then sure, that's fine. But it's been almost 2 years now. Move on. Anyways, back to the Hardys and the Bucks. The Hardys got the win, but it seems so awkward. You just see how Jeff Hardy was, had to balance himself on the ropes just to hit a whisper in the wind, while one of the Bucks was just standing around thinking, are you going to move or what?
Yeah.
That's why the whisper in the wind was so terrible, because, waiting forever just causing, a miscommunication. And when there's a miscommunication, it doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
I get if the move looks good, that's great, but you cannot ignore the build-up prior to it. I don't know if it was Matt or Nick Jackson, but if one of them had their backs turned and turned around just as Jeff jumped into the air, then that's fine, because you're like, oh, what's going on? Oh my God, too late, you got hit. But he's just standing there, just watching him, and then still gets hit. And I'm like, honestly, at that point, if Jeff was taking forever and he was too late on the communication, then move out of the damn way and let Jeff just crash.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it doesn't look believable at all, and you just embarrass the living shit out of yourself. So that's the reason why, the Hardys and the Bucks was a major disappointment, in my opinion. Willie, what was your thoughts on the match?
To be honest, I barely paid attention. I watched 5 minutes of it. This is when me and Leo just pretty much decided to, let's just say, have our way with this company, which is what we did for most of the show, no joke. So me and him just basically had words with this company during this entire match and the show. But from what I saw, it was, it's okay. There's not we got the 50-year-old Hardy Boys and the Bucks who, let's be honest. This is a dream match, quote unquote, but it's happened twice. Honestly, I think, this should have been saved. This should have been saved for something else, or it shouldn't have happened at all. But whatever, it is what it is. And the Hardys surprisingly won. Oh, yeah, Jeff Hardy did a freaking swanton on the freaking steel steps again. I'm like, you idiot.
Yeah, again. Again. That's the word we're looking for.
And then that was it. And that was it. They Hardys won, and I don't care, honestly. Ask Leo.
Yeah, Leo, what was your thoughts on the Hardys Bucks match?
Honestly, I was bored. I did not care. uh, like honestly, like Jeff, you shouldn't have come to AEW. You in WWE, like yes, the wrestling is a lot slower, but hey, the slower pace actually benefited you because you're not a spring chicken anymore, and a lot of the guys in AEW are pretty much spring chickens.
That's honestly a really good way of putting it.
Or in some cases, chickens with their heads cut off. All the means to go, scurrying all over the place are there, but no head to know where to go. But honestly, like I'm more disappointed. Like Jeff Hardy, you are not good. That's why you've been taken off of Dynamite this week.
He's
no joke.
Yeah, he has to recover from all that shit. Like, if you put him all through that stuff, he's going to be taking so many breaks to the point where honestly it's going to reach him to the point where he just can't do it anymore. And if he can, that's on AEW and also Jeff.
Exactly.
I mean, that's his choice and everything. But if anyone really truly cares about their well-being, they wouldn't let them perform that sort of thing. There's a reason why WWE doesn't let their superstars like do a lot of certain hardcore stuff. It's because they're actually giving a shit about their well-being. That's the one thing that everybody's missing here. You gotta care about the wellness of your wrestlers first because you're responsible for them. And when something happens to them, it's on you.
Exactly. Like, it's already been 2 months, like 2.5 months. I was there at the very Dynamite where Jeff Hardy debuted for AEW. And in those 2.5 months, he's been, I believe, like no more than maybe 10 hardcore style matches. And he's already getting his body screwed up because of it.
Yep. That's what happens when someone is being a wrestling fan first, but a businessman second. Hell, honestly, should have had Shahid Khan run the damn place.
Yeah, I'm still wondering why he's not running the damn thing. I mean, he's not always running the football thing and all that kind of stuff. They're failing the football team, by the way. But, that's neither here nor there. I just think, the bigger guy should be running the company. Tony Khan.
I mean, it is Shahid's money.
Yeah, here's the thing. That's like the Jedi Council being run by a freaking Padawan learner.
Exactly.
That or having a kitchen being run by the new recruits instead of the head chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll burn the food and you won't know what you're doing, and then everything's gonna go waste when you got the head honcho, the guy who prepares on, does all that kind of stuff, the chef, the head honcho.
Yeah,
instead you got the rookies.
Yeah, but that's on him.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm hoping that we don't have to deal with a lot of that stuff in the future. Let's be perfectly honest, we will. But you got to be careful and take the health and safety of your wrestlers, especially those who are in their mid-40s. You got to take them seriously. Especially, you don't want to put someone like Sting in hardcore matches.
Don't be surprised if they do.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the next match. The next match is for the TBS Championship. Jade Cargill defended against Anna Jay again.
This is the match I went to get pizza for.
This is the match I went ahead and I made some soup for.
Oh, wow. Both the losers went and made food during this match. There you go. It's our food break.
Leo, what did you do during this match?
I legit went to get pizza while
No, I said Leo.
Was watching the show. Oh.
Your name's not Leo.
Oh.
It might be. I'm kidding.
Oh. I was making myself some chicken strips and fries in the air fryer.
Oh, that actually sounds
good. There you go.
Honestly, we should have hung out. You could have made me some.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I have a special barbecue sauce where I put in some... I put in some very spicy sauce that I got from Buffalo Wild Wings, spread into some barbecue sauce.
Oh, well, if it's spicy, then I'm not having it.
Ooh. Not spicy myself either.
Yeah, I'm not a spicy guy.
Sadly, I am, and my toilet suffers for it.
The only thing spicy I'm really into these days is men, but that's beyond the point.
Before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, let's say happy June 1st, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys have a great day, by the way, as we're recording this. It's June 1st. Yep, June 1st, just said.
It's Pride Month, folks.
Pride Month. Love is love.
Be proud of yourself, no matter what your sexuality is, and do not let anyone tell you differently, whether it's haters, whether it's freaking a lot of people with different religious views on you. Don't let them say this. And if people are going to tell you that because of your choices you're going to burn in hell, you're going to be like, well, if I'm going to burn in hell, then at least I'm going to burn happy.
It's always about the same that I always say to myself and my friends. You know, always do you. Never, ever tell, like, basically what Christians say, except kind of, but, you know, always be you. Never let anyone bring you down. Never let anyone tell you you can't do anything, you know. Actually, love who you want to love, you know.
I had a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
Always do you. Oh, wait, the haters already do that.
You're dang right. You're dang right. Leo, what you got, homie?
I would say be happy who you are. As a straight Christian man, I don't look down upon anyone who has different life views on stuff, except for some very certain things that I will discuss later on. But I will say that, hey, be happy who you are. Like, don't let anyone think poorly of you because of it. If you're happy, that's what matters.
Bingo.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And also, shout out to a good old happy birthday to Mr. Tommy Holland.
Yeah. That birthday to Spider-Man out there.
Oh, Tom Holland. Sorry, I was about to say, who's Tommy Holland? And then I realized, oh shit, you mean Tom Holland, the actor.
Yeah, the GOAT right there, man.
What, do you expect me to say Tom Holland, the director? The man?
Well, you said Tommy Holland. I instantly thought you had a friend of yours named Tommy.
Oh, no. If your name is Tom, I'll call you Tommy.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
Tom Holland, happy birthday.
Go right there.
Happy 26.
He's literally the same age as me and Christian. That's really crazy. I know this is a little bit of a thing, ladies and gentlemen, but hang with us. We're talking about AEW right now, okay? Okay?
Yeah. And here's the thing. What can we say about Jade Cargill and Anna Jay? We were making food during that match.
I literally got back in, and I have not watched this match back, nor will I, but I got back in the second, well, you know, someone showed. Well, two people showed up. Actually.
Yeah, that's the only honest good thing that came out of this, and that's because, well, the match itself was overshadowed. Okay, first off, Jade Cargill retained the title as we expected against Anna Jay for the second time, and we had two debuts apparently. One was Stokely Hathaway, and the other was Athena.
So I thought legit I pronounced it Strokely for some reason.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's still Malcolm Bivens to me. I'm not gonna pronounce that name. That's
Malcolm Bivens and Ember Moon.
Oh, I'm not calling her Ember Moon. Athena's a lot easier. Whichever. Oh, you e-drone! Give me a break, Marks.
Athena Moon. How's that? Athena Moon.
That is sick.
Actually, yeah, that actually does sound pretty good. Athena Moon.
That's somebody on trademark to Ember Moon.
That's actually, oh my god, that's like somebody with a speech impediment saying, I seen a moon. Athena Moon.
It sounds like Mike Tyson. Athena Moon.
Now just imagine Mike Tyson saying barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I have a little bit of barbecue sauce.
What the hell's wrong with us?
We're having fun.
I will say, the debuts of Stokely Hathaway and Athena was actually pretty interesting. Not to mention, I think this could fit well. Athena could actually be a good part of what the women's division AEW kind of needs, because it's been lacking really badly. And what are the odds that Athena is going to get lost into it?
Well, let's see. Me and Leo discussed this. How long did we say she's going to get lost in the shop? About 2 weeks?
Basically, I mean, look at some of the ones who've already come in, got lost in the shuffle within weeks. A certain superstar will get to a little bit later on. Tony Storm. Who else?
Ruby Soho.
Oh, that's who I was discussing.
Yeah.
Granted, we're about to talk about her in a moment, but at the same time, I get what you're saying in that case. I think it starts off as, this is somebody who can be like a really good deal here, and then all of a sudden it ends up not being a good deal at all.
It's like every week, and I understand why you do it, and I know it's like, but just you gotta calm down with these signings, Tony Khan. Like, you gotta slow down a little bit, bro. It's not like, oh, they're WWE town. It's more like you're hiring a little bit too much. Slow down, please.
Well, when it comes to the women, they could honestly use them.
Yeah, the women, yeah, but the male talent's like, bruh, slow down, please.
Yeah, basically, it's like becoming a child. Like, oh, I want at Toys R Us, or I'm sorry, R.I.P. Toys R Us. Was it too soon?
Actually, in his case, he would want to buy the entire store.
Yeah, basically, and then he gets tired of all his new toys and be like, hey, I'm bored. Oh, I want to go to a new toy store and get new toys.
Basically. Yeah, it's like he actually, honestly, Tony Khan at times mostly is like a kid just playing with his action figures. He plays with a few of them for a while and then plays off with some new ones and tosses the others to the side.
That's kind of what wrestling is, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the thing with all wrestling companies. You have if you have a loaded roster, no matter like who's on it and everything, somebody is going to be left off no matter what you try.
Looking straight at you, WWE.
Yeah, WWE has those major problems.
Yeah, this match I didn't watch it, and the only thing I know about is that Malcolm B showed up, and then Ember Moon or Athena showed up, and that was pretty cool. Yep. No joke. I didn't even mark out because when I got back in, my friend's like, he's like, Athena. I'm like, wait, what? And then she showed up on the screen. I was like, oh, cool, nice. Okay.
Here's the thing.
I smiled. That's about it.
The fans did cheer, but it wasn't like a freaking loud ovation in comparison to someone like when Adam Cole showed up.
And when Cole showed up, I lost my freaking mind.
Everyone did. I was there. You guys witnessed me lose my mind.
Yeah, for real. Then D-Rock came out, and I just melted. I'm so happy.
All right, well, we're going to move on to a match that was actually kick-ass, and that's a trios match. The House of Black took on Death Triangle. Now, this is where things picked up. It was 15 and a half minutes, but they did not waste a single second.
Took them a while, but they finally made a fun match. Good.
Yeah, the funny thing is, this is the exact same match that happened at Revolution last year, except, replace Rey Fenix with Eric Redbeard, because they needed a person to join in for that.
Yep.
And, I will say, this time, when you see Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King taking on Pac, Penta Oscuro, and Rey Fenix, that was insane.
Very insane.
The match, had so many amazing back and forth moments here and there, left, right, up, down. Hell, you can even go in diagonal formation.
Yep.
I think what was also really cool was, remember, however, I want to say, what'd you think of when Penta hit a Canadian Destroyers on Buddy Matthews on the ring apron?
Yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah, it's a little too much, but at the same time, that could have gone badly for both reasons, but it was at least done properly, which we're thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
Penta Oscuro, he changes his name for whatever he's doing. Pentagon Jr., Penta El Zero, Penta Oscuro, Penta El Zero Mierdo.
Can you stop changing his name? Jeez.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Johnny Elite.
Who? Exactly.
Oh yeah, that one guy that was there that one time hyped up as a Joker for several weeks and then did nothing after that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the House of Black got the win, but they got the win because of Julia Hart, who has decided to align herself with the House of Black. Honestly, Willie, what did you think about that moment?
I didn't see it, but I saw the aftermath of it. It was cool, I guess. I mean, I saw it coming, honestly. I think they were just saving it for a big pay-per-view, which this is a big pay-per-view, let's be honest here. It was cool. The crowd liked it, and she looked pretty great in the little little marking like Malachi has, a little scarring, all that kind of stuff with his eye. He looks great.
Yeah, indeed. And I will say that I think what's absolutely hilarious is anytime there's the lights out moment in AEW where someone's going to show up, everyone's first thing that's on everybody's mind is instantly Bray Wyatt, isn't it?
Yeah, can people just put this whole Bray Wyatt thing? Like, leave him down.
Yeah.
Leave Wyndham Rotunda open.
Yeah, who, like, whatever he does is whatever he does. Like, it's not, one thing I'm going to say, it's not going to benefit anything for, like, you know, to be the number one shit. Anyways, Leo, what was your thoughts on that trios match?
Honestly, I did not care because the build was terrible. They mostly was either dark or on Rampage, which I did not pay attention. The match itself, as a whole, was just all right in my opinion. Julia Hart becoming part of the group, I didn't really care because they kind of been teasing it the whole time with the whole her attempting to hurt her previous partners and whatnot. I mean, the match is fine. It's just I didn't really care. It was pretty much just a spot fest in my honest opinion.
Okay,
it's a bad no, but it's not really something I would really like go out of my way and be like, oh, you gotta see this, and be like, just a shrug.
Yeah, I can respect that. It's all good. And unlike most, I actually respect different opinions. Meantime, I got harassed because I gave this event such a low rating.
Oof.
Who could have seen that coming? Show fans? Oh, I can't even see your hands, but I know you're raising them.
There you
go. Yep. And, well, honestly, people should really not go after people or harass them all because they have different opinions, because you can't change them. There should not be consequences.
Well, you can't really change people either.
There should not be consequences for your opinion, even if you don't like that opinion.
Don't tap people, don't get sent death threats, don't be a dick, don't be weird, don't be awkward, just be nice and friendly. The world will be smoother, but that's not today's world, especially in IWC and the So what do I know, right?
Yeah. What do we all know?
Yeah. All right, we're a bunch of losers. We're losing, we know what we're talking about. That's what's up.
Yep. We're going to move on to the next match. The next match was the first of the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals, and this was Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe for the men. And the winner of the match was Adam Cole. And I did have a lot of pet peeves about this match.
Oh?
Them pet peeves being a lot of the kicks and a lot of the attacks that Adam Cole was connecting onto Samoa Joe did not look believable to take him down.
Yeah.
And there was like so many moments where I'm like, oh god, this is just awkward. So many miscommunications. And even when like anytime like Cole these days, I don't know why, he's just super kick after super kick. He's not much of anything else anymore. What the hell happened? He wasn't like that mostly in NXT.
Or in ROH, no joke. He wasn't even like this in ROH.
And I also heard apparently he's got some sort of a shoulder injury or something.
I don't know. I mean, the man lost about 30 pounds of muscle and is pretty much skin and bones now.
Yikes. That is pretty scary. The one thing I will think that is great, though, is Samoa Joe did a good job in selling the shoulder injury that he was like being targeted on so many times in the match. If there's anyone who knows how to sell great, it's Joe.
For real.
But it did not look believable the way that Adam Cole had taken down Samoa Joe to the point where we were like, wait, what? That's it? It's over?
It was very short.
Very short and very disappointing ending to a great tournament.
Yeah.
And honestly, Bobby Fish did not need to be out there.
I didn't even know he was out there.
Bobby Fish was out there because, well, he was the only member of the Undisputed Elite that did not have a match. I want to be involved in something.
Exactly.
I was like, not everybody should be on the pay-per-view. I mean, look at FTR. They're not on the pay-per-view. They were still having a good time.
Yeah, they shut up after the pay-per-view. Congratulations. Somebody. We'll talk about that later.
Anyways, Leo, what was your thoughts on the Men's Owen Hart Foundation final?
It was okay at best. I honestly, like, if Samoa Joe was gonna lose, like I would have thought they would have brought out Jay Lethal with I forget his name, and then the giant dude.
Yeah, that's another thing. Thanks for reminding me. I'm like, wasn't Joe for weeks at hand was being ambushed by Jay Lethal and his crew? Where the hell was Jay Lethal? Why didn't he show up here?
Like, where's Jay Lethal? Where's Jay Lethal?
He's pretty much an afterthought the second he came to AEW.
Yeah, if he shows up, I attacks Samoa Joe, let's say like tonight on Dynamo or later on another time, we're gonna be like, oh, you're here, but you weren't like there when Joe, like, you know, you couldn't have been like the guy who cost Joe. At least then it would have looked believable that, you know, Joe lost to Adam Cole the way he did.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's impossible for Adam Cole to beat Samoa Joe. I'm just saying the way it was executed was terrible and did not look believable at all for someone Adam's size to take down someone of Joe's size.
Yeah.
Size does matter, folks, in wrestling.
Yeah, skinny, scrawny Adam Cole. You know, let's be honest, folks. That's what he was like that in NXT. Even, you know, he's been that way everywhere. You know, but he's not the biggest guy. You know, he's the guy who does quick moves and that kind of stuff. Super kick, last shot. Oh, it's called the boom. It's called the last shot. Hit the boom. You know, he's out there trying to take down Big Bad Joe, and you know, it takes like, you know, some in-ring psychology to do that. You know, and Adam Cole, you know, this is our first time facing off like ever, and I was impressed. It was just I was thinking like take a little bit longer, and it wasn't that long. So, which is fair. I understand why it didn't go that long, or either the next match didn't go that long either. But still, should have been at least a little bit better. That's just my opinion about the whole thing.
Yeah, I just really wish that there was a lot of better situations for that. But Leo, no, sorry, Leo. I already asked you your thoughts. Willie, what was your thoughts on this match, or did you just give them?
I guess I kind of just gave him right there. I mean, it was okay for what it was, and this is coming from a big Adam Cole fan, duh. But you know, did I expect the 5-star classic or all that stuff? Nah, not really. I just expected something a little bit more action packed. Did it? What it was action packed. They just hadn't had that much time. But you know, I still respect them and what they do, and just it could have been just a little better. But you know, yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it. It's just, you know, just there.
Well, we're going to move from one tournament final to the other. This is the women's tournament final. This is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, against Ruby Soho. And before the match started, can we say it was a little weird that the guitarist the Fozzy was playing Britt Baker to the ring?
Yeah, it was.
That was
weird.
Almost as awkward as the time he tried to play like a Judas without any actual music playing.
Yeah, you should have had the music in the back. That for both of us.
Yeah, I was there at All Out when that happened. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Yeah, just don't do that. I know they're trying to hype it up. It's a big pay-per-view, all kind of stuff. But, could have been a lot better. That's just me.
Yeah, but can we admit, though? Destination unknown. Ruby, Soho.
No.
Come on, that was a great live performance. You gotta admit, Rancid.
I mean, it was good. It gets annoying.
I mean, I like Rancid, but I'm not a fan of Ruby Soho's theme. It's just pretty much the same words just being redone over and over again. Like, Ruby, destination. And I'm just hearing that over and over. I'm like, ugh. If it was just an instrumental, I think it would be a good song. But with those lyrics, just forget it.
Yeah, in a way, I gotta admit that
I've
is kind
heard
of true.
things songs in that Brie mode.
Brie mode.
God,
Brie
I'd rather listen to
mode.
No.
No.
Oh, did you hear that? Shit? Apparently, she sung that song herself. Yeah, that's why it sucks. Next. Anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, the women's tournament final was longer than the men's tournament final.
It was better than the men's tournament.
And however, I looked at it. There was quite a number of it never really built up to the hype, and the audience didn't really get into it a lot. It felt like once the live performances were finished, everybody was too exhausted from dancing.
Yeah.
And so, that's when we're like, okay, catch our breath. Whew, I'm exhausted. We went through some, crazy shit already throughout tonight.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
This is
not even... I saw, I enjoyed it for what it was, but there were... Was it just me or was it botchy? Maybe it's just me. I don't
know. Well, unfortunately, seems to me like Ruby Soho, she can get as far as to the end of a tournament, but they're not letting her get the big one.
And I know my saying, and I always say this, you gotta wait, be patient, all kind of stuff. I'm still liking with Ruby, but I don't know, man. I think they're just kind of just keeping her there for the heck of it. She's big with the fans. Fans like her, all kind of stuff. She's just there, but I don't know if she'll ever reach the potential, if you know what I mean. I'm literally doing air quotes when I say that, ladies and gentlemen, but Ruby, I don't know what they're going to do with her after this.
Yeah, but, and Dr. Britt Baker, she did not need to win this tournament.
No. Some people were saying, they put her in there to scare us. I'm like, dude, she's winning everything. Watch. And I was right.
Yeah. I hate to say this, but Britt Baker is kind of like Charlotte Flair.
Would I go that far? Honestly, that's up for debate. Not really, but at the same time, I can kind of see some of it. Just a little. Leo, what do you think?
Honestly, Britt Baker, the story was there for Ruby to overcome Britt Baker, especially after the Grand Slam match that she lost.
Yeah.
But no, it's once again the Britt Baker division because she has to win everything, and I knew that Britt Baker was gonna win because, let's face it, she is the women's division Thanos. She is inevitable.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't have an Iron Man here.
No, we don't.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Unless you actually bring Charlotte Flair to AEW. No, it's not happening.
No. By the way, though, I will say congratulations to Charlotte and Andrade.
For real. Good stuff. Got married in Mexico. That's dope. Finn Balor was there, too. But hey, I had to squeeze in, folks.
Yep, congratulations to the newly wed couple. Have a fantastic honeymoon.
They were on the cover of People magazine, too.
Well, anyways, Leo, what was your honest thoughts of the match, though, of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation final?
It was okay at best. I think their first match was a little better. This one was all right. I just feel the wrong winner because honestly, seriously, does Britt Baker need to keep winning all the time? Like, she literally just only lost one time, and that was to Thunder Rosa in the cage. Like, seriously, is Thunder Rosa the only one believable to beat Britt Baker? Like, there's gotta be someone else. But no. And Britt Baker all the way, because wrestling, that's his number one.
Looks like it, my friend, because don't get me wrong, I like Britt Baker. I respect Britt Baker, but I think she is highly, 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 highly overrated by many people. Many people. And you can be a fan of her all you want. That is totally fine, but that's just my opinion. I think she's overrated, and I think she's kind of rare in the ring. On the mic, especially, she's overrated. She literally thinks she's the stuff, which, that's fair. You can have an ego, that's fine, but when you're out here literally talking about 5-star match from Dave Meltzer, no, that's why I don't take you seriously. I'm sorry. I don't see the hype in her, and I find her boyfriend more interesting than her. That's just me.
Well, that's because her boyfriend's Adam Cole, baby.
Dang right.
That's one way of putting it. What I will say is, after the match has ended, I actually like they brought out Dr. Martha Hart to, unveil the 2 championship belts for Adam Cole and Britt Baker.
I told you last week that's what they were going to give them, and they did. And they look freaking sick.
They did. I liked it. They look the same, which is a good thing, but they look fantastic. I love them.
For real, man. For real.
And I think it's desire. I think they had the tournament ended. They booked the tournament to end in irony because, they had Adam Cole and Britt Baker. They're a legitimate couple. Then there's, Owen Hart, Martha Hart. Even though Martha was not a wrestler, it's, she's Owen's widow. So, in AEW's mind makes sense to have, Adam Cole and Britt Baker be the ones to win. I honestly believe that's the reason why they did it. Because let's be honest, they only had one trophy, not two.
Yep. Apparently Tony Khan says it's going to be an annual thing going forward. Hey, fine with me.
I mean, yeah, sure. If you want to do an annual Owen Hart tournament, that's cool. But do you have to replace the Casino Battle Royale with this? Because I'm just saying, honestly, out of all the events where Casino Battle Royale is usually good for it should be Double or Nothing. Because, poker chips and, gambling, Vegas, makes sense, right?
Or, just or even a casino ladder match. That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Revolution, they got the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Double or Nothing, the Casino Battle Royale should be their annual thing. All Out should have an annual thing of their own name or something like that. Full Gear should probably have their own thing. I mean, Full Gear...
Hang a gear above the ring. I don't freaking know.
I mean, actually, then again, Full Gear has their, annual, have a match where the winner gets a world title match. I mean, they got that.
There you go.
All Out just needs something that's, something that they usually do. I mean, because have the Casino be Double or Nothing's thing. The Face of the Revolution is Revolution's thing. The Double Contenders thing all comes Full Gear at Full Gear. All Out still needs something, but we'll figure that out another time. We're gonna move on to the next match, which I guarantee we're not gonna talk about that much, and that's a 6-person mixed tag match. American Top Team and I'm asleep.
I forgot one match.
And I'm fast asleep.
Yeah, can we skip next? Nobody watched it. Next.
It was stupid. American Top Team won. Fuck this match. Didn't need to exist. But Sammy Guevara's super kick and Ty Conti by accident was the best thing ever.
Yeah, and Paige Van Zandt, from what I saw, she's good.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
She's good. Yeah, next. Let's move on.
WWE, screw you for ruining Sammy Guevara.
Wait, did you say WWE?
Yes, I did. Because I'm a mark, and everything is Vince's fault.
Yeah, everything's Vince's fault.
I'm just kidding, folks. AEW honestly fucked over Sammy Guevara.
Even though Sammy Guevara mostly screwed over himself, but not with what you're thinking of, ladies and gentlemen. Put that away. I'm talking about other things.
Yeah, put that away.
Well, I thought Sammy just brought out a giant mirror and was looking at himself.
Dang. I will say their entrance was sick, and they had the UFC titles, which
I didn't understand. I didn't understand that at all.
Just, I know it's supposed to be cringe in real life. I get that, and I get they're supposed to be cringe on TV. They're heels, blah blah blah. But just, oh my god, this is literally Becky and Seth all over again, except worse.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just move on.
Yeah, moving on next.
This is honestly like, asking a woman her age. You don't talk about it, and you just move on.
Yeah, exactly. Next.
Moving on. Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allin. Oh, okay, this match sucked too.
I liked it.
And it was severely rushed because, they had to cram. They had to literally cram that in.
They had to cram it in there.
Okay.
It's like getting into a big elevator with it's like getting into a big elevator with boxes. You gotta squeeze your way in. Or it's like a tube of toothpaste, right? With the last drop of toothpaste in the tube, you gotta squeeze it out, all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's what this match was.
I will admit, when you brush your teeth and you don't have that much toothpaste left, that gets annoying.
It does.
You have to start at the top and just press your fingers all the way down until finally you get there.
Actually, Christian, there are, devices that actually help you get toothpaste out.
What the hell's wrong with us? We're talking about toothpaste on Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin.
I don't know, because I'd rather be brushing my teeth right now. I don't freaking know. I already did anyways.
yeah, I was about to ask, did you brush your teeth this morning? You better have.
Heck yeah. I brush it every single day.
Leo?
I brush my teeth. I use some mouthwash. I rinsed, I flossed, I did everything.
Well done, folks.
There you go.
Remember to brush your teeth twice a day and 3 if you have braces.
Because if there's anything that I learned from a good song about teeth is it's my shiny teeth in me.
Yeah.
What? It's your
Wait,
You're not so good at that? Chip Skylar?
I've never heard of that, but let's just move on.
Honestly, Darby Allin and Kyle O'Reilly, why couldn't this just been a match announced for Dynamite?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, put it on Dynamite or Rampage. Mostly Dynamite. Better be Dynamite.
Like honestly, like if you announce Kyle O'Reilly will go 1-on-1 with Darby Allin this Wednesday on Dynamite, I'd be like, my reaction will be, I'll buy that for $1.
Exactly.
Hell, I'll pay $2.
My boys right there, and for me, I enjoyed it. There was blood for like 2 seconds because Kyle literally stiffed Darby in the face, but I enjoyed it. Kyle won. I literally didn't care who won this match. Honestly, like I said, those are my boys.
This
right
match
there.
was honestly,
really,
in my opinion, they only put this match in just so they could have Darby Allin compete in a match.
Yeah, I feel bad for Bobby Fish though. Poor man didn't have a match on that.
Yeah. I didn't understand like a lot of this stuff. Like there was like, you don't cram so many matches into your pay-per-view because that was WrestleMania's problem for a couple of years before they finally decided to do the 2-night format so they can actually put a balance again.
Well, I mean, there was also no story behind this thing with Kyle. And
yeah, there was no story behind this. Like, I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, yeah, Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin's going to happen at Double or Nothing. I was like, wait, what? Why?
What was the story?
Something about attacking Sting or something?
Yeah, and then this was the revenge, and Darby didn't get revenge. Basically.
Yeah, that was a fail in less than 10 minutes.
Kyle busted you up in 10 minutes, dude, so that was fun.
Yeah. Like, Leo, what'd you think of that match?
Honestly, if they weren't just squeezed in, this could have been a great match. Hell, like I said before, you put this on Dynamite, give them 20 minutes, it'd be a classic. But no, we crammed it in onto a already crowded pay-per-view that really did not need it. Like, just put it on TV, give them enough time, you'll get a great match out of these two. But no, they were limited.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm surprised about how the hell did that 6-person mixed tag match previously? How the hell did that get like almost 15 minutes? Like how?
Probably because showcase Paige Van Zandt, what she can do, and that idiot Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky.
Oh, Harold.
Yeah.
We're talking Harold.
Oh my God. Where's Kane and Daniel? Well, I mean, Bryan Danielson's over there, so you might recognize him.
Dang right.
We just need Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah. He used to be his main mayor.
Yep. We're just gonna move on now to the next match. Kyle O'Reilly got the win. The next match was for the AEW Women's Title. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb, and no, it wasn't that good at all.
It was okay. I mean, what I saw.
There was a lot, and I repeat, a lot of miscommunications that caused moves to not be executed properly. And there was a lot of moments where either Thunder Rosa or Serena Deeb was once again that same problem when you're just standing around waiting because your opponent missed your damn cue.
Yeah, I noticed that with this match as well.
Practice your matches.
Apparently, from what I someone told me I heard they don't practice their matches or whatever. I don't believe that at all. You have to practice your match. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'll be perfectly honest. They probably should say that they don't practice their match because that'd be the only reason why it looks so shitty.
And true, you got a point.
Because if they said they do practice, you'd be like, well, you're doing something wrong.
There you go. Like, what are you doing in the ring? I know it's like, oh, well, you've never been in the wrestling ring. I know that I've never been in the wrestling ring. I haven't.
I have.
There you go. There you go. These two have.
Yep.
Yeah, because my one of my former places I used to practice karate, kung fu actually had a ring in there, and a lot of my friends and I would just go on and have wrestling matches in there.
There you go.
Yep.
It was there. Oh,
yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're talking about? Oh, yeah, the championship.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa retained the title, and it was okay. And I'll be perfectly
her
honest.
reign is so freaking garbage. Like, what are they doing? Like, why is her reign so bad?
And why is Serena Deeb so bad at cutting promos?
I don't freaking know, man. Like, she literally buried Dustin Rhodes 2 weeks ago, and that was the highlight. Oh yeah, Thunder Rosa promo this last week was pretty cool too. But other than that, nothing. Who's she losing it to? The DMD? Huh? If that's the case, throw the belt away. I'm serious too. They'll put it back on Britt Baker. I'm not even lying.
Yeah,
Watch me do it.
I'll be perfectly honest. I think I could see Britt Baker being a 2-time women's champion all just because.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Get ready for All Out, folks.
Get ready for All Out. Ain't going to Ruby Soho, that's for sure. That's for sure.
This match, Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb. If I could describe it with one clip, it would be that one clip of Patrick falling asleep when Squidward start playing his clarinet.
Well, that was because it wasn't even an E minor.
Oof.
That was in like F minor.
Oof.
Just kidding. No, that was A minor.
There you go.
I don't even know. I'm not a fucking music guy. I'd have to call on that Josh and ask him his opinion on that.
Yeah, Josh, hit us up, homie.
Yeah. Anyways, there's not really much we could say about the women's title match. Shall we just move on?
Yeah. Oh,
yes,
you're burying the show. You're burying the show. Oh, give me a break.
Who's ready for some anarchy in the arena?
Finally, something fun to talk about.
Tell you what, Willie, you give your thoughts on the match, and I'll keep singing, okay?
Go for it.
Moxley, you make my heart ache.
Insane.
Music playing over everything.
It was very violent.
And crazy things happening. Okay, well, this is not working. This is not working. I will say though, I liked how Jon Moxley's theme song was still playing throughout the first 5 minutes of the match. That was awesome.
Exactly.
Kind of makes me think. Kind of make you see like it kind of remind me of how back in ECW when New Jack would come out, his thing would just keep playing while he just beats up everybody with weapons.
Dude, seriously, weapons. Like this whole thing was just literally okay. I will say this, and I know the Stadium Stampede matches were fun, but I'm sorry, this match right here, I think it kind of eclipses both of them in my opinion. Not by a long shot, but just by a little bit, because this was violent, bloody, insane, bonkers, and I literally said to my boys, I'm like, finally, something good, finally.
It's anarchy. That's the thing. That's the word.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, the way I described it is everyone's bleeding, there's barbed wire, there's gasoline, and the ring is destroyed.
Yeah, we're wondering like, I put the ring back together.
And for some people's cases, there's mustard.
Yeah, this match had. Where was the ketchup? I forgot. Oh yeah, the blood was the ketchup. I guess. Yeah, there's your ketchup. All you needed was the wiener.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Exactly. We needed some buns. Actually, then again, some of those wrestlers have some hot buns, so that works.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. They were all hot though. Yeah, yep. Freaking out. Next.
So hot that Eddie had to bring out the gas.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that spot. No joke. I legit thought he was gonna set him on fire. I'm like, bro, don't.
Yeah, he's about to set Bryan Danielson on fire.
Don't. That's what I was getting where I'm like, don't.
Yeah, he poured a majority of the gas on Bryan and missed Jericho.
Exactly. I'm like, don't.
To the point where Bryan was like, wait, whoa, what the hell, man?
I think it was legit too, because like, dude, like he was out of it. I'm like, bro, you legit trying to kill people out here? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, and then like Bryan and Eddie started fighting each other.
Good.
I actually like how, how crazy would it have been if, it's 5-on-5, but how funny would it have been if everyone turned on everyone?
Oh, that would have been funny.
Now we were like, okay, now what's happening? Now what do we do? Nothing. Just let the fight go on all night long. Let's just cancel the last 2 matches and let this go on.
But like, I think 2 minutes in, there was already blood. It was one from who was it from? Was it from Daddy Magic?
About the short one of 2.0.
Yeah, that guy. This dude started gushing, and I mean gushing.
Yeah, he did.
What the heck happened to him? Like, I looked at him like, yo, did someone stab him? I'm like, what the heck happened to him? He literally pumping out of his head. I'm like, what the heck? And he's covered. And then Brian got covered in blood. And then let's not talk about Eddie Kingston. Like, this man disappeared for like 5 minutes in the back, comes back out with gasoline covered in blood. I'm like, what did happen? And Daniel Garcia was nowhere to be found. Oh, yeah. My game was everywhere. Oh, and then Jericho stopped the music, which I was like, good.
Yeah, he literally smashed the soundboard. But here's the thing: they should have honestly just like played along to that by having everyone else in the remaining matches come out to no music. Because Jericho smashed the whole thing.
I just loved how everyone came down the stairs like Shield style, all dressed and ready to fight. That was great. Like, it was fine. This is what we needed for like most of the show. I'm like, I think you said this, Lil. Like, you were like, why didn't this main event?
Exactly. This would have been a perfect way to cap off the show. As annoyed as me and Will were in the match that main event, if they replaced it with have this match be the main event, I would think I would have come out of Double or Nothing happy.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly,
love this match.
I honestly believe I was watching the show and Mama Maracle was with me. She actually had a good point on something else. It was like, now because of all the chaos that's going on, this is a match where it's a good thing to watch it at home, because if I'm at the arena, I don't know what's going on because there's way too much to look at.
I'd be scared of getting hit.
Yep.
If I was there and I got hit, I'd be like, screw it. Now I'm part of this match. Give me a weapon.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was everywhere. Oh, the ending scared the crap out of me. No joke.
Everyone
out here choking Brian and stuff. I'm like, bruh.
I tell you, it was out cold. And then the Jericho Appreciation Society gets the win. Yep. And what I think was also very interesting was anyone who wasn't bleeding had someone else's blood on them.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, Daniel Garcia wasn't bleeding. Who else wasn't bleeding? Jake Hager wasn't bleeding.
But they had other people's blood on them.
I know Brian was bleeding, that's for sure.
Yeah. Moxley, no shit, right?
No crap. Moxley's, of course, bleeding. That dude bleeds in his sleep, for God's sakes. Like, these. Jericho's bleeding.
Yeah, that dude.
The 2.0 dudes were bleeding.
Yeah, John Moxley's the guy who bleeds while taking a shower.
Exactly. Like, when the water comes out, it turns red.
Yeah.
The only person in this planet who will bleed more easily is Ric Flair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was so much blood. And this is where it needed blood. Like, duh, of course it needed blood. It's Anarchy in the Arena, for God's sakes. It was bonkers, and I loved it. Until the ending when they did my fave Super Dirty and they destroyed him. So yeah, I was freaking out about that. Like, I was really screaming, watch his neck, and watch his head, and they did fine with him. So.
Yep.
There was this funny meme. I saw on social media. They were saying like Brian looked like Peter Griffin, like when he was out there when he was laying down the ring out there, he's all out. They were saying that's a little play on Peter Griffin and Family Guy. A little meme. Pretty funny.
Because Brian was dressed in white and green pants.
Yeah.
Yep. Same with Peter. That was pretty funny. But I enjoyed it.
The Anarchy, was honestly, yes, the breath of fresh air we needed after several hours of being bored out of our minds, with the exception of maybe one match or two. And that is a big problem with AEW when you cram all this shit and a majority of the matches don't deliver as well as we'd hope.
Yep.
Alright, well, we're going to move on to the next match, which was a triple threat for the AEW World Tag Team titles as Jurassic Express defended against Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland and Team Taz. By that point, everybody was so exhausted from the Anarchy match, everybody was just ready to go home.
Yeah.
This match, after Anarchy in the Arena, it's like seriously, we already got through something insane. Like, couldn't there be one of the earlier matches that we didn't give a damn about be here as the break?
Yeah,
I forgot about this match.
Like it All Out last year. Remember when Paul White took on QT Marshall? Of course you don't remember that. Nobody does.
Who? Exactly. Move on. Who cares about Paul White? Moving on. He's also undefeated in AEW, so.
Yeah, like one match.
3-0.
Oh, yeah, yep. More than one match?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Joy. Next.
Yeah, Joy next indeed. Jurassic Express retained the tag team titles, and as we said in last week's podcast, if Jurassic Express were to lose them, it was going to be to Team Taz. Meanwhile, as we've Swerve in Our Glory, as we know, was just there just to be there. And we were right.
Yeah, you were right. No joke. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. And the wrong outcome happened, and I saw it coming, but I was like, all right, whatever. They retained. Oh, and Christian Cage didn't turn heel either. So, all right.
By the way, I know this is random and has nothing to do with anything we said, but there's a victory of some sorts that we could all be happy for.
A victory?
Mm-hmm. Johnny Depp won the trial.
Ooh, let's go.
Johnny Depp defeats Amber Heard. Fuck you! Woo!
Let's go.
As a result, Amber Heard needs to pay $15 million in damages for defamation.
Ha!
You get what you fucking deserve, says the Joker.
Good.
Now, Johnny, do me a favor. Now go to her house. Take a nice big doodle on her nice big bed.
Okay, no, don't do that. Okay, don't actually do that. No.
Spit in her tea. That's the least you can do. Just spit in her tea. Yeah.
Or give her a nice big shot of rum. Knock her out.
But the rum is gone.
Darn it.
True.
Why is the rum gone?
I love those movies. Too bad they're rebooting them. Screw you, Disney. Anyways, that's more important than we're talking about here with wrestling. I'll give it that. Congratulations to Johnny Depp, by the way. That's dope. Good.
Hey,
screw you in, bitch.
Yep. Well, at least we can be happy about things. But I will say the tag team title match was okay, but we were exhausted by that Anarchy match, and it was honestly crazy that I did not expect Jurassic Express to retain the titles. Not to mention all these reports that Christian Cage is going to turn heel at Double or Nothing, which didn't end up happening. Where's your excuse now? I mean, if that happens on Dynamite, then I guess okay, there we go. But why now? They're on top of the game.
For real.
A lot of others preferred Team Taz to win it, but almost nobody actually thought anything about Swerve in Our Glory winning it.
Yeah.
As we expected. Who was right again?
Honestly, just talk about the match. What's up?
Who was right again?
You.
We were!
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to move on. Because, well, actually, I'll ask. Leo, do you have any final thoughts on the tag team title match?
It was fine. It was good. If this very match happened much earlier in the show. It happened earlier, like after the TBS title match. I think I would have had a much higher hopes, but since this was the co-main event, after that insane Anarchy in the Arena match, like, I'm sorry, I'm drained.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that our friend Antoine and Sonny Siaki should have won the titles. I mean, Team Taz in Powerhouse Hobbs and damn, I forgot his name. Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I call him Sonny Siaki too because he looks like The Rock, and Sonny Siaki looks.
Thank you.
And Sonny Siaki looked like The Rock too, so that's why.
Yep. And now, folks, we are going to move on to the main event. which I believe heel Balor
You have to say it like Mark Henry. Yeah, it's time.
Nah.
For the main event.
Nah. I'll be perfectly honest. The way he says it is dumb.
And he smiles too much. It hurts my face to look at him smile. Even Spin Balor didn't smile that much.
The main event was for the AEW World Title. It's Adam Page versus CM Punk, and the audience was dead in the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what you're about to hear from all of us. You're not going to like it at all. You will not, especially when we get to my good buddy here, Leo. You are not going to like it, which is why I suggest he goes last. Let Christian give his thoughts, and then I'll speak.
All right. Well, I will say that I enjoyed the match. Was okay. Started out pretty slowly, but it picked up. I'm glad it picked up. But what I will also probably say is CM Punk won the match. He's the new world champion, and normally in this type of situation, it's CM Punk's first world title win since 2011. However, it did not feel as important. It felt forced, like it was the most forced thing ever, as a big apology for, quote, WWE wasting him. And I don't agree with it at all. I'll say that, folks. Hangman Adam Page was booked as the worst world champion in AEW history, and he's forever going to go down as their worst world champion. And that sucks, and it's not even his fault. It's because of AEW and their shitty booking. But, yeah, CM Punk is world champion. The match was good. However, I will say, CM Punk botched the buckshot lariat not once, but twice. And I was like, oh, God. Don't ever do that again if you're just not going to do it properly. In the end, what I will give them credit for is the end of the match, though. CM Punk hits the GTS, and the referee was out, but he managed to do the count 1, 2, big, long hesitation, and then 3. So, other than that, it was good. But, yeah, I do not agree that... I agree that CM Punk should not have been world champion. That's just my opinion. And I'm disappointed about it. I'm disappointed that Adam Page wasn't treated better as a champion. But it is what it is. And we're in the Summer of Punk Part 2, apparently. So, enjoy it, folks. Everybody expected me to go wild and crazy about it? Well, no, I don't like it. And I'm going to accept it. In the meantime, Willie, your turn.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, of the wrestling jury.
Yeah, I was about to say, the jury's over. Johnny Depp won.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Congratulations, Johnny Depp, by the way. Much love. Anyways, in real seriousnness, ladies and gentlemen, as a big Adam Page fan, and I've been a big fan of Adam Page since, since 2018, I've always wanted to see him as world champ. You know, when he went to AEW, I expected good things. And there were some good things, I ain't gonna lie. Then he became the world champ last year at Full Gear. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be epic. Nope. They botched it. They botched everything. It's not his fault. I blame Tony Khan. Tony Khan, this is your fault, by the way, that Page did not perform well as world champion. I know Adam could have done a lot better, let's be honest here, but it's not really his fault. It's more so Tony Khan. The AEW booking has been horrendous with him as world champ, so I understand why they put the world championship on Punk. On the other hand, like you said, Christian, people are treating this like it's the second coming. This is the best thing in professional wrestling. No, it's not. To you, it might be. This is not to the Punk fans who are very happy about this, and I respect that. If you're a fan of CM Punk, that's fine. If you're a fan of CM Punk winning the world championship, that is fine. If you think this is going to change professional wrestling as a whole, especially in AEW, you can think that. That's fine. I don't think this is going to do much. Reigns are going to go up, quote unquote, up, and then who cares? Who cares what happens? Whatever happens, honestly. CM Punk does not need to be world champion, but CM Punk is the world champion because they botched Adam Page's run. Do I think Adam Page will get another shot? Yes. Do I think Adam Page will be two-time champion? Yes. Do I think Adam Page will be lost in the shuffle? Hopefully no. Do I think Adam Page needs a heel turn? No. I think they need to build him back up a little more as a sympathetic babyface. CM Punk, you can turn him heel. You can literally turn CM Punk heel. He works better as a heel anyways.
Yeah.
This is the summer of Punk. It's Summer Punk 3. And
wait, back up. Hold up a second. 3? What was the second one?
WWE, remember?
Okay, the first one, 2011. Where the hell is the second?
First one was ROH. Second one was in WWE. This one is in AEW.
Oh. I thought the Summer Punk was the... Never mind. Fuck it. Continue.
Summer Punk 3. And honestly, I think CM Punk is the better man to carry the World Championship. And yes, again, I'm going to say am I disappointed? Yes. Guys, there's more breaking news.
I'm listening.
Apparently Johnny Elite is back. And it says Johnny Elite has signed an open contract to fight anyone in AEW.
Well, if you think about it, well, we're talking about this on Wednesday, but the time of video release is Friday, so this just kind of feels awkward talking about that.
Yeah, it does, honestly. Yeah, it does.
Let's just move on.
But yeah, CM Punk is the world champion. Honestly, like, my reaction was just... Sorry, folks, I'm sneezing here. I really don't have that much of a reaction, honestly. It is what it is. Am I mad? Not mad, I'm just disappointed about how it all went down. Going into it, I was thinking, Paige could do it. And then once, they announced, that, Forbidden Doors coming to Chicago, and how much steam Punk was building. And of course, everyone's still on the train about Punk returning, and I knew it was going to happen. And Paige's reign was in the crap, in the dumpster. It was the right move. And it just hurts, honestly. It hurts saying that because CM Punk, he hasn't been winning me over these past few weeks. There's a reason why, and it's not what you think. That's enough said.
All right, so I guess
fine with it. And here's what it is: CM Punk is the world champion. Enough said. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but Punk's the world champion. All I hope is that my guy Hangman, thank you. That's all I gotta say to Hangman. Thank you for carrying the torch. It wasn't your fault, bro. You did great as the world champion. I'm so proud of you. I'm never going to stop giving up on you. I think you'll get more chances in the future. Never stop. Cowboy shit forever. Enough said. I'm done. Leo, take the floor.
Objection. Immaterial. Just kidding. Go ahead.
What was that about?
I don't know, but go ahead.
Well, first of all, I feel so bad for Adam Page because that man deserved so much better of a run than he got. His entire run could be described as pathetic. Honestly, he wins the title at Full Gear. That was great. Then the 1 month after winning it, he's barely on TV. Then in his very first title defense, he goes a full hour with Bryan Danielson and can't even pick up the win. Then the second time he finally picks up the win. Then after that, he's forced into a title program with Lance Archer that went nowhere except for a freaking Texas death match, which once again, AEW, your freaking obsession with hardcore wrestling is laughable because there seriously feels like there's one every single week. Then he goes into a feud with Adam Cole that literally felt like it was forced because it got 2 weeks of build that went into Revolution. Especially feels forced since Adam Cole just came off losing a feud with Orange Cassidy, which by the way, hope you're doing better. I know you got injured. And then got into another match with Adam Cole, which I completely forgot about, and I think it was a hardcore match on Rampage. And then you had the feud with CM Punk, which I was hoping for it would help Hangman to solidify himself as better than how he was, but instead he loses, and it just really hurts him, and he will go down as the absolute worst AEW World Champion as of right now, because honestly, in the future there could be worse.
Yep.
And now I get to the winner, Mr. Phil Brooks. And I'm not going to keep calling him CM Punk, because that would indicate that I actually have respect for him.
Oh boy.
Which I have zero. I used to, but considering how he has behaved the last few months, you've lost all respect from me, mister. The way you interact with people online, insulting them, and making little of them, and how you behave is how I expect from a little child, not a 43-year-old man.
Not to mention a professional wrestler. Here's the thing, if you're in the pro wrestling industry, you should honestly be able to take criticism with a simple smirk instead of getting all defensive on social media.
Exactly. And then we get to how he has pretty much acting like this god complex of his, thinking he's above all else, when honestly you're beneath a lot of people. Philly, you are
Philly.
I'm not talking Philadelphia. I'm talking about Phil.
Philly cheesesteaks, folks. Which, by the way, I might get some for lunch.
Good, because they are delicious.
Continue.
Yeah. Phil, you are not above anybody. Especially when I know that Will did not want to discuss this, but I'll gladly go over it. How Mr. Phil Brooks insulted and not just my and Will's religion, but a lot of people's, by insulting and pretty much calling Christianity a shit show.
Honestly, what would you expect from an atheist?
I don't care if he's an atheist. If you're an atheist, that's fine. But if you're gonna pretty much call a religion a bunch of crap, then you are getting no respect from me. And then how you're trying to make yourself look like a fucking hero when you really are the villain of your own story.
Pretty much.
And I'm sorry, if I could look at Phil Brooks in the eye, I would tell him straight to his face that Triple H was right to think little of you.
Granted, he'd probably ranted on your ass and probably hit a GTS afterwards, but yeah, at least you stood your ground.
Yeah, I would tell him Triple H was right to think little of you, because you are nothing more than an insecure man-child that thinks the world should give you everything, when all you've done to get where you are was act like an immature little boy. And you do not deserve anything that you've gotten, because I have no respect for a guy who thinks that the world should bow to his feet. Think about your song, Cult of Personality. Was the last line that you hear from one of the last line you hear in that song? It is not what your country could do for you, but what you could do for your country. What have you done to the wrestling business? What have you done? Oh, that's right. You became an internet hero because for a lot of fat marks who bitch and complain online for all the things that happen within primarily WWE. and you pretty much became the voice for them.
Okay, well,
That's why you.
hate to put you on the cutting. I hate to cut you off by that, but I think we gotta take it easy because we don't want to get way too personal.
I will go a little easy because if I could keep going, this video will probably get taken down.
Probably.
All I gotta say is, all I have to say is, Phil, congratulations on the world title win. You are probably going to be treated better as champion because Tony Khan has a hard on for you.
Oh boy!
But you're not going to get any love from me because you are nothing to me.
Yikes.
Now, let's move on.
Whew. That was very wow. I no further comment on the matter, but let's move on. Anyways, the other reason is we have we're an hour and a half into the podcast. We still have 2 more events left to discuss, folks. That was our review on AEW Double or Nothing. We're just hoping that future AEW pay-per-views are not exceedingly long, or if you want to have so many matches, please consider a potential 2-night format.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, folks, it's time to switch gears and get out of review section. It's time to start predicting. We have 2 events to predict, and we're going to get started right away. We're going to move over to NXT In Your House. And here's a fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. This edition of In Your House may be the first ever for NXT that's not an NXT TakeOver, the third that NXT is hosted in your house, but it's the 30th In Your House event in WWE history.
There you go.
30th.
Nice.
How crazy is that?
The final In Your House event to ever have that before NXT took it was I think it was Backlash In Your House in '99.
No, it was St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Okay.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre was the last In Your House event prior to NXT acquiring it. But I will also admit it's like 30 events. That's because, like, the reason it's 30 is because there was so many over the course of 1 year. I mean, In Your House is basically like what NXT TakeOver was.
Yep.
We have 6 matches on the card to talk about, so we're gonna get started right away. 5 of them are all 5 championships are going to be on the line, folks. Well, we're going to kick things off with the only non-title match, and that is a 6-man tag team match. This is Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Troy 2 Dimes Donovan versus Legado del Fantasma, and the losing team joins the winning stable.
Oof.
Interesting, because we noticed, the time that they had the spring break-in event where they just sat down and talked about, had like a sit-down confrontation moment. Kind of reminded me like these mob boss gatherings.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, Willie, I'll start with you. What is your thoughts, and who do you think's going to win this match? Who's going to be the winner who has the losers join them?
Honestly, I'm excited for this contest, and it's going to be very entertaining, very fun, action-packed, straight for me. I really think they're going to give the win to... I got to go with Tony D in the screw, actually.
Honestly, I was
because I'm looking at the card right now and seeing who's on the team. Right? Switching it up, one of the Legado del Fantasma. I think Tony D and his crew are losing. Why? Because I don't know. Stipulation's cool, but I kind of don't get it. That's just me. It's gonna be fun though. But I think Legado del Fantasma's gonna win this one. That's all I gotta say about it, honestly.
Yep. Leo, who do you think's gonna win this one?
I'm going with my guy, Tony D, Chicago's real favorite son. Forget about it. This team is the new kids on the block. They're gonna get rid of the old guard. They're the new ones in charge here.
I like it. It's as if Leo's part of the crew now.
Exactly.
There you go.
I got family in Chicago. That's why I'm going with my boys.
All right, then. That works. For me, I'm also going for Tony D'Angelo and his crew because it seems to me like they're like whenever there's the whole losing team joins the winner's stable, it's usually the bad guys that end up winning at first, you know?
Yep.
Because, you know, then you got the good guys who are unfortunately having to work for these guys.
Yep.
So, yeah, my call for that is also Tony D'Angelo. So that's 2 for Tony D and 1 for Legato.
There you go.
All right. Title matches inbound for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. The ones that actually are trying to be relevant, not the ones that were unfortunately... well, you know what happened.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. We got Toxic Attraction defending against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. And at that one, I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't that Casey Catanzaro? She's Katana Chance now?
Yes.
And the woman we knew as Kaylee Ray is now named Alba Fire.
I will admit that's a funny name. Alba Fire.
There you
go. Toxic Attraction versus Katana and Kaden. There's not really much to say about this. However, it seems to me like Toxic Attraction has been, you know, dropping here and there. Especially for what happened with Mandy Rose and the tanning incident.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that actually happened. They literally did a Final Destination shit thing.
Yeah, I did, and that was hilarious.
I was like, oh my god, Wendy Chu tried to kill her?
Yes, she did.
Honestly, my question to Mandy would be, why are you going to a tanning salon? You live in Florida. Just go out, put a little tanning lotion on yourself and some sunscreen, lay out in the sun.
Boom. Just go outside. Go outside.
Exactly.
Touch grass. Oh, wait, that's for haters.
Oof. No, I ain't gonna touch a freaking field, my guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Not really much I'm gonna say for like the NXT Women's Tag Team Title situation, so I'm honestly just gonna go ahead and put in my prediction on this, and I will go for the wild card and say that Katana Chance and Kane Carter could win the tag team titles. Leo, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the champions to retain. I don't think they're ready to take them off Toxic just yet. I think they're going to hold up a little bit longer. I think what they'll do is all night Toxic Attraction lose the titles, which spoiler for the next women's title. So I'm gonna stick with the champions retaining.
Righty. So Heel Balor, what about you?
It's my turn now. Yay! Finally get to talk about Toxic. All right.
And we're out of time.
Exactly.
Just
well,
kidding.
Nice knowing you, folks. It's been fun. Here's my newsletter. Here's my Twitter account.
Just kidding.
Heeless Balors, follow me. Bye. I'm kidding. No, I'm not going anywhere. Honestly, I think Toxic Attraction going to retain the tag team titles because those two aren't taking the titles off them just yet. I'm talking about Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. And notice how, I just noticed this now. Notice how both their names, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, both start with the same letters. Katana.
Yeah.
You got K. Chance, she.
KC,
KC. Kaden, C. Yeah, KC. There you go.
And
KC
Catanzaro.
KC Catanzaro. There you go. But yeah, I think they're not taking the tag team titles just yet. But first of all, you guys know I'm a big fan of Toxic. They're great. They're freaking awesome. Just wait till we get to their main champion. And they're not losing the belts just yet. I know people are so sick and tired of Toxic Attraction. Give me a break. Cry more. You're gonna cry more when we get to the women's champ. Champs are retaining. Enough said.
All right, then. Speaking of the women's title, we are going to hold on to that for a moment because we're going to move on to the men's tag team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions, Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince, and Kit Wilson are defending against the Creed Brothers. This is honestly the match that should have... Actually, wait a minute. This is not the case. Like, I forgot Pretty Deadly wasn't around at Stand and Deliver.
No, they weren't. They were thrown in there because reasons, you know.
Pretty Deadly, the former NXT UK Tag Team Champs, they held on to them for almost a year.
Yep.
And now here they are on NXT USA.
Yep.
I will admit, though, their gimmick is a little interesting, but I'm like, okay. I'm just wondering how they're going to react if they... Here's the thing, they're always in bed with each other after they won tag titles. I'm just imagining if they beat the Usos to become the undisputed tag champs.
God, please.
Actually, here's the thing. They were like hanging out maybe in bed for the UK tag titles and then the NXT tag titles. I guarantee if it was the Raw and SmackDown tag titles at the same time, they'd be having sex.
Ooh.
Which is totally fine. It's totally fine, folks. You know me.
Love is love. It's also Pride Month. Don't get mad in the comments.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. We're just having a little bit of fun, making some jokes. If I was with a... Hell, honestly, I... Okay, here's a, I understand that Pretty Deadly only recently won the tag team titles. It was like 2 months ago. Because, well, the whole shit with NSK. First of all, justice for Nash Carter, please.
Hashtag rehire Nash Carter. Hashtag rehire Nash Carter. Nash Carter. Nash Carter.
Nash Carter.
No.
Nash Carter? Is that a new racing thing he's hosting?
I said Nash and Carr by accident. Nash and Carr. Hashtag rehire Nash Carter.
Nash and Carr, we're not playing Street Fighter 2.
Okay, I got that one. Okay, I still think though that it's a shame that the Creed brothers did not win the tag team titles back at Stand and Deliver. That's
I forgot about that show.
That surprised me because I was like, I honestly thought they'd be like the favorites in that scenario, but they didn't end up winning them, and now here we are with their chance. I think this could be their chance because if it's not, I don't think they're winning them at all.
Exactly. They have to win them here, honestly. I
am honestly going to go with new tag team champions, the Creed brothers.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree and say the Creed brothers because not only is it the last chance, but there's also the added stipulation that if Julius and Brutus do not win, they will be ousted from Diamond Mine.
By who? Robot Strong and his weird voice? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Robot Strong.
Him and his robot voice. He cuts. I wouldn't say robotic voice. He talks like a child. No, seriously. So funny.
Basically, and Pretty Deadly. I'm pretty sure that this will be just a reign similar to that of Dolph Ziggler with the NXT title. It was short and pointless.
Still the weirdest thing too. How does that happen? Like, how?
I don't know how it happens.
Pull a name and a situation out of the hat.
Like,
all right, Natalia's NXT women. No. Let me not say that. No. Next.
Yeah, next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the NXT Women's Championship. There you go, Willie. But first, we're going to talk about the NXT North American Championship. As Cameron Grimes is defending against Carmelo Hayes. Sorry, Willie, got to wait just a little bit longer.
All right, fine. I'll be a good boy.
Okay, yeah, you'll be good. Carmelo Hayes versus Cameron Grimes. And this is actually on the poster of the damn show. And, Seems to me like this match is gaining more attraction than the NXT Championship.
Sad.
I mean, it's been the longest build.
It has.
So.
And I get this is actually the match I'm looking forward to the most because I like Cameron Grimes and I love Carmelo Hayes, and then I'll putting them in one-on-one for the titles on the line. That is going to be something worth watching. Hell, that could be the main event for all we know.
Could be.
And I'd be down for it.
Could be.
They're doing some great shit with the North American Championship. You know what? That's so good when you put your mid-card title on pay-per-view, right?
Ain't that right?
Yeah. I mean, granted,
take notes. Main roster.
Take notes for the Intercontinental Championship.
You haven't had the Intercontinental Championship on pay-per-view since WrestleMania last year.
Bingo.
You know, the show I was there for. So I got the privilege to say I was the last person, one of the 26,000 to say, hey, I was there for the last Intercontinental title match on pay-per-view. Oh, I'm sorry, premium live event.
And conveniently, I was in attendance at the last time the United States title was defended on pay-per-view prior to Hell in a Cell. And that was Extreme Rules in Columbus, Ohio. I was there.
Yep.
And it was great. In this case, well, Cameron Grimes, Carmelo Hayes, I honestly think this could go either way, even though I understand Carmelo Hayes, he already had a long title reign that was like 6 months with it. But I still think it is possible. Anything is possible that he could end up getting it back. Like, I'm not going to put that out of the realm of, like, belief, a possibility. So, but I predict Cameron Grimes to retain. And Leo, what's your thoughts on this match?
I expect this to be match of the night, especially what we saw between this yesterday on NXT between Cameron Grimes and Nathan Frazier. If we're going to get anything that's similar to that, then I expect this to be a 20 to 25 minute classic between two great wrestlers for the secondary title of NXT. And you know what? I expect nothing less than something great. So, you know what? Go nuts, and I expect Cameron Grimes to retain.
Because we can see this match going to the moon.
Yeah. Yep.
Heel Balor, your turn.
I'm very excited for this as well. You know, two great workers out there who do fantastic stuff. I'm a big fan of Carmelo Hayes. I like his character. I like Trick Williams. Grimes, he brought me like 2 years ago. He's great. He's been a great champion so far, and honestly, I think this could go either way as well, but I think the champ's going to retain. I think he's dropping it yet.
All right. With that being said, it seems like all of us are in for Cameron Grimes in that case. Go wild, go crazy, have a great time. All right. That's enough messing around now. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line, as Mandy Rose is defending against Wendy Chu. But first, we are going to talk about this.
Let's talk about our sponsor.
Yeah. Willie is losing his mind now.
What sponsors? Wait, we're sponsored by people?
I don't know.
All right, sponsored by Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's this week.
Let this be known to the record, folks. We're not actually sponsored by anything.
No, we're not actually. No, because we're not being.
Anyways, okay, that's in all seriousness. Mandy Rose is defending the NXT Women's Championship against Wendy Chu. And,
hard for this.
Heel Balor, I'll actually let you talk since you've been waiting so much for this.
Fine. Finally. All right, finally. She's been a great champion. She's been great. I'm enjoying her run as champ. Mandy is doing a fantastic job on top. The story has been, I know people out there complaining about her character. I know y'all are mad. She's a diva. That's the point. That's the point, people. She's supposed to get you mad. Her gimmick and basically entire gimmick of talk tracks, basically you want to have sex with them and they will beat the hell out of you if you even try and get near them. Wendy Chu, I know people don't like Wendy Chu. I know that. Don't we, Leo? We know people who don't like Wendy Chu.
Yes, especially one considering is a friend of ours.
Exactly. You'll like Wendy Chu very soon. We'll make them like Wendy Chu. You will like Wendy Chu. Anyways.
Yes, you will go aboard the choo-choo train.
Did you seriously just say that? Yes. I actually think that's funny as hell.
Yeah, Leo's been coming up with that for the last few weeks. The choo-choo train.
That was hilarious.
So when you join the choo-choo train, you are never allowed to get off. Ever. Off the choo-choo train. Anyways, in all seriousness, I'm enjoying Wendy Chu. And again, I know people don't like her gimmick. Oh, it's too childish, blah, blah, blah. I get that. That's the point. Again, that's the point. I mean, I think this would work fantastically on the main roster, honestly. And again, going back to Mandy Rose, over 200 days as champ. And again, I know people are freaking out. She sucks. She's horrible. She hasn't improved. Well, why do you think they sent her back down to NXT? She's doing great work. And I like her, not just because she's hot as hell, but she's also worked hard as hell to get where she's at nowadays. She's proven you idiots wrong. She's proven you haters wrong. Take it out, sit down, and be quiet, and go watch something else if you don't like it. Who do I think is going to win? The champ's going to retain. Why do you think? Because Wendy, she got the upper hand. She held the belt up in the air. And then last week she hit Wendy with her balls. Literally. Not literally, but she dropped her balls. That sounds weird. She dropped circular things on, even worse. She dropped something on
about her sports balls all over Mandy.
Yeah, she dropped her sports balls over Mandy and hit her with balls. That's about it.
Yeah, and then last night she dropped a sleeping drop on Mandy through the table while she was dressed up like Otis from back of the barnyard.
Yep. And she's doing the contrast on this past week was hilarious. I know people are getting bored of that. I know. I'm just enjoying Wendy too, and I'm enjoying Mandy as champ. You might not like Mandy as champ. She don't give a crap about what you have to say. Like, she don't care. She's doing great. And again, if you don't like this version of NXT, or any version for that matter, go watch something else. Take your complaints and go somewhere else. You don't like this version of NXT. Who I think's retaining or winning? Duh. The champ's gonna retain and cry all the way home or turn off the TV, ladies and gentlemen, because Mandy is doing God's work right now, in my opinion. I know someone got time in the comments saying, "Oh, I don't think crap. Who cares?" I love Mandy.
She is God's greatest creation.
Dang right she is. She's doing great. Leo, what you think?
No, I'm with you. She's retaining. As much as I love Whitney too, but Mandy is taking the W on this.
Yep. I believe as well, Mandy Rose is going to retain the championship. Wendy Chu has been entertaining in my book, but yeah, I don't see her winning it. And exactly. All I know is this is going to be a very interesting thing to look at. I'm excited for this weekend.
Although, if Wendy Chu does win, then I will join that said person with not watching NXT for a while, because I will be boycotting NXT. Maybe. I don't think so. I'm serious about that, too. I don't really want Wendy Chu to beat Mandy. I will be very, very unhappy if that happens. So I will politely excuse myself if that happens. Anyways, next.
Yep, next is the main event for the NXT Championship, and that is Braun Breaker defending against Joe Gacy, and a very interesting stipulation put in place. If Braun Breaker is disqualified, he loses the title. Very nice. I didn't think he was going to be trying to get himself disqualified in the first place.
Well, I mean, the story's been... I haven't been paying attention, honestly.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Joe Gacy kind of reminds me a little bit of a discount Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
And it's not working out properly.
No, it's not. Sorry. It worked better in GCW or CZW because he was more scary. If you've seen his gimmick in CZW, then you kind of understand why they're doing this gimmick. It's just very, very toned down. Like, literally, if you go watch the gimmick I'm talking about, you'll understand why they toned this down. But this one here, I mean, again, I like these two. Big Braun Breaker fan over here. I like Joe Gacy, but it's not doing much for me, honestly. I honestly wouldn't mind a new champion, honestly. It's not against Braun Breaker. It's just, I'm not interested right now in this rivalry anymore. I kind of want to move on, and the person I think would take the championship from Braun Breaker is someone who I don't want as champion at all, and who I'm kind of concerned will take the NXT championship if that happens. So I'm still thinking Braun Breaker retains here. I don't see a new champion, though.
Yep.
Yeah, enough said. Yeah.
Leo, what about you?
Honestly, every time that we get a stipulation where if the champion gets disqualified and they'll lose the title, every single time the champion retains. I'm looking at Triple H and Randy Orton at WrestleMania 25, CM Punk and Jericho at WrestleMania 28. Sure, there are a couple more that are just not coming to mind right now, but each time that stipulation comes into play, the champion retains 100% of the time. So I'm going to say that Braun Breaker is going to retain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braun Breaker, I think, is retaining. I think that they're still, making him like the big deal here in the NXT 2.0.
Dang right. That's my champion right there. Hashtag not my champion. CM Punk. Hashtag.
He definitely should not have lost the title to Dolph Ziggler. He should still be champion from when he won in January. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
Dolph Ziggler. Stomach, but it's up.
thank God. But still.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How?
I don't know.
Somebody please explain to me, how did that happen? Why did it happen?
It came out of the mind of Drew Carey, just a scene from a hat. Let's see. Dolph Ziggler wins NXT Championship.
Okay then. All right.
So, shall we move on to the last piece?
Yes.
The last piece indeed. WWE Hell in a Cell, which is on Sunday at Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. And I liked being in the Allstate Arena for Survivor Series weekend. That's really good. It's a good place.
There you go.
There's a lot of fun areas in the nearby regions, whether it's, pizza places, to a Target, to an IHOP, good breakfast there, good everything there, because anyone who's ever been to IHOP knows that's good shit.
If you've never been to IHOP, ladies and gentlemen, please go. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very good, very delicious.
Forget Denny's breakfast. IHOP's where it's at.
Whoa! I wouldn't discount Denny's because that's also a good place.
I like Denny's, but honestly, if you had to make me choose, I will go with IHOP.
All right, I'll give you that one.
I have no opinion on that.
All right, folks. Hell in a Cell is this Sunday, but shall we go ahead and say this, folks? Monday Night Raw presents Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Basically.
What's that? There's no show? Oh, that's right. Of course it does.
Yeah, literally. Here's the thing. It says this will be held for wrestlers from the promotions of Raw and SmackDown. I'm like, there is no SmackDown wrestler, not even making an appearance facing a Raw wrestler.
Yep.
I guarantee something like that might change on SmackDown coming up. So,
If anything, they'll put Ronda Rousey and Raquel Rodriguez again for SmackDown Women's Championship at Hell in a Cell.
What they should have honestly done is just built that up this last week, and then did this week to do the final. But to build up, and you'd be like, hallelujah, there we go. But no, here's the thing: we got 2 championships on the line. One of them is the United States title. The other is the Raw Women's title. Once again, folks, I will say Roman Reigns is not defending either the WWE or the Universal title. The Usos, who are freshly the new Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, are not defending their titles. Ricochet, well, no shit, the Intercontinental title is not being defended. SmackDown Women's title is not being defended. The Women's Tag title... Oh, wait, we already know what happened there.
Yeah.
Hell, honestly, put the 24/7 title on the line. I'm just kidding.
That title's dead.
I don't understand what's going on here. Why is Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, the Usos, Riddle, and such not on the card? What the hell's happening? And beyond that,
just a filler pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I understand it's a filler pay-per-view, but WWE is acting at this point like if it's a filler pay-per-view, we shouldn't care. That should not be the case, because if you look at the history of filler pay-per-views in between, like, the big fours or something like that, you'd probably think that, we're still going to have some great stuff to happen and a good build-up and storylines. But this one, there's like 1, maybe 2 worthy storylines, maybe 3, but not really. And the rest is just there. The build-up to WrestleMania Backlash was horrendous. The show itself was great, as we praised the living hell out of it. This is a totally different situation. I don't even remember that much of any build-up heading into Hell in a Cell. I had to look at the card at times and think, oh yeah, I forgot that's happening.
Yep.
There's only one Hell in a Cell match taking place, so we'll actually do the title matches first this time, because there's only 2 and the remaining 4 are non-titles. So we'll actually start things off with the United States Championship, as Theory is defending against Mustafa Ali. And
Austin Theory.
What?
Austin Theory.
8-Town down.
Dang right, 8-Town all day, then 8-Town all day. Yeah.
What can we honestly say about a match like this with Theory and Mustafa Ali, which at times involve like The Miz and Ciampa? What the hell happened to those guys?
Well, Miz is based on TV to promote Miz TV, and Ciampa, he randomly turned heel with no explanation. No, he hasn't even said a word since he's been on Raw.
Really? He hasn't.
He attacked Ali for no reason.
He attacked Ali, and we haven't seen him since.
He was there this past week, I think. Yeah, he was, and he lost.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, wonderful.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Same here. I actually have a good feeling about this. I would.
Let's be perfectly fair. Theory is obviously retaining the U.S. title. Why are we even going about this?
Because Theory's retaining the U.S. title, and they only have it on there because it's in Mustafa Ali's hometown. Chicago's favorite son, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
What are you talking about? That we already just talked about Tony D.
Oh,
that's true. Chicago's second favorite son. The other guys were not even on that card. The other guys not even in relevancy for that.
All right, then. Well, there we go in that case, then. All right.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, yeah, Theory's retaining the U.S. title. Willie, you said that as well. Leo, your prediction?
Yeah, Theory's retaining unless somehow they just pull a rabbit out of their head, just have Ali beat Theory for one night, and then the next night on Raw they have a rematch where Theory wins it back.
No, that'd be just as pointless as the time The Miz won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania just to lose it back to Bad News Barrett at the very next night.
I remember that.
All right, we're going to move on then to the next title match, and that's for the Raw Women's Championship, and I could argue this should have honestly been inside Hell in a Cell. Bianca Belair defending against Asuka and Becky Lynch. That triple threat, in my opinion, is worth putting inside the cage.
Actually, my girl Bex has been inside the cell twice.
Yeah, that is true. And I'll be honest, like, there's only one Hell in a Cell match. The rest of it doesn't feel like Hell in a Cell.
So this is basically universe mode, but in real life.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
I mean, I don't blame him for only having one Hell in a Cell match, considering how last year they went overboard with it.
They did. Way too many Hell in a Cell matches last year.
Yeah, 3 Cell matches on, I believe, the Cell pay-per-view, 1 prior to the payper-view, 1 after the pay-per-view, and then 1 at Crown Jewel.
What Crown Jewel?
Yeah, you have 1 on SmackDown, 2 on the premium live event. We keep getting confused with pay-per-views because they already changed them. But yeah, the 2 on the live event, then the 1 on Raw, and then the 1 at Crown Jewel, which was the best out of the 5.
Yeah, and speaking of Crown Jewel, folks, Crown Jewel this year has been confirmed for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday, November the 5th, on the first weekend of November. And what the hell's happened to us to the point where we're actually excited for that?
Yeah, what happened 2 years ago?
You can thank the last 2 shows in Saudi Arabia for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
anyways,
Bianca Belair, Asuka, Becky Lynch. Initially, if the reports are true, this could have been Bianca Belair versus Naomi. And I'll be honest, I understand the situation. They wanted to defend their tag team titles, but let's be honest. Suck up your pride. This would have been a better match than what Sasha and Bianca versus fucking Doudrop and Nikki ASH. Why the fuck would anyone want to watch that stupid shit? I'd rather watch Bianca versus Naomi and then Ronda versus Sasha, because those 2 matches would be better than that other damn match, and it wouldn't even be close.
Ronda and Sasha put on a banger back at, I think, Royal Rumble 2019.
Yes, they did.
Very fun. Oh, Sasha led the match. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to, yeah, she did, but still, it's still a fun match. No joke. I loved it.
Yeah. Sasha led the match. Sorry, it takes 2 to tango, not just 1, and the other one has to follow.
Bingo!
All right. So, this is going to be Bianca Belair's, like, is this like her second time? She defended against Sonya Deville, but this is her first time defending since winning the Rollins title at WrestleMania. Like, we're talking pay-per-view wise, anyway. Yeah, she won the title from Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, defended against Sonya Deville on Raw. Oh, Willie just threw up. Someone clean that up, please.
I got it.
Yeah, all right. And Asuka, this honestly could have been cool. I understand you get Becky Lynch added into the mix because, you know, she's got her thing going on with Bianca and with Asuka. But
they heard my cries, Christian. They heard my cries. They didn't put Becky Lynch on that show.
Yeah, could you imagine?
That's what's all good.
I'll be honest, if Sasha Banks and Naomi had not, you know, walked out and stuff, I understand the frustration in a way, except at the same time, they were being honestly just childish babies about it. But if they had not walked out, this match card would have shown this: Bianca Belair versus Naomi, Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch versus Asuka. And let's be honest.
Maybe at Money Bank. Or the monthly Money Bank.
This would have been awesome. This could have been amazing. No, they had to be such... No, I'm not even going to say it because the stands are going to call me racist and sexist as a result of that. Which, by the way, I live rent-free in y'all's head. Y'all can go ahead and suck it where it hurts. Moving on forward. The triple threat. I think, let's be honest, once again, just like the previous title match, Bianca Belair is obviously retaining the title. There's no question.
Yes. And not pinning my girl.
Yeah, she's going to pin Asuka.
But if she does, and if she does, I'm going to laugh at you.
I know you will.
I guess you'll have every right to laugh at him then.
Yes, he will laugh. Now, pretty much all my entire crew is going to laugh at me if Becky takes the pin.
As a matter of fact, Leo, let's test it right now.
I laugh at him like Nelson, man.
Okay, that works. Anyways, Leo, your prediction?
Bianca's retaining. And she will either pin or submit Becky after taking out Asuka. That way we get a one-on-one match with them and most likely SummerSlam.
Bianca submitting people? When's the last time she submitted anyone?
I think she's done it before.
She's with people, that's for sure.
Girl,
Yeah. Yes, I like that, Christian. Come on. Yeah.
Girl, Is that how I say it?
No. Yeah.
Girl,
Trying my best. It's not working out. Willie, your final prediction?
Well, let's see. The champ's going to retain by pinning Asuka. And then we're going to move on.
By pinning Becky Lynch.
What?
By pinning Becky Lynch.
No, she's not pinning Becky Lynch. She is pinning Asuka. That's why Asuka's in. That's why she's in there.
Or Asuka's gonna win the title by making Becky submit. It ain't the first time she did that.
We don't talk about that either. Anyway, Asuka is going to take the pin, and Bianca's going to win, and Becky's just going to go even more insane. Which I loving, by the way. Thank you, WWE, for not doing anything really stupid with Becky. She's doing great in this role. Bianca, I'm enjoying her run, kind of, but I legit forgot she's champion because I don't know. And Asuka just returned. So.
Yep. All right, we're gonna move on to the next match. This match is a very dead feud. It's Bobby Lashley versus Omos, and this time and MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which I'm shocked that that was not the case for WrestleMania Backlash.
Is this inside the cell? I don't know. It doesn't need Hell in a Cell,
or even it could have just been like a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Exactly.
Or something, or Last Man Standing.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they had a match that was literally into the main event, where whoever wins picks the stipulation. MVP won, and it's like, it's a big deal. What we got? It's a handicap match. Oh, that's it?
What?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's for just a handicap match? Come on.
Yeah, here's the thing. You had Bobby Lashley won at WrestleMania. Omos won at WrestleMania Backlash. And they had the rubber match already on Monday Night Raw inside of a steel cage, which my bro, Long Neck Josh, witnessed in person and had a great time.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's... Lashley won that match too, and now we have a fourth encounter, which if Omos wins, we're just tied up again.
That means I'm now am I in the Bank.
Yeah,
right?
I understand like how some matches look good on 3 pay-per-views, but this is not one of them.
Exactly.
No, this is not one of them. I don't like this. I really don't give a shit, but I'm just gonna say Bobby Lashley wins, and that's it. I'm done.
Bobby wins. I don't care.
Leo?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bobby wins by pinning MVP, and then that means we're gonna get another match between Lashley and Omos, and most likely it'll be another stipulation like last man standing or false count anywhere on Raw.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
And then, please move away from this rivalry. Like it's gone on long enough.
Indeed, it has.
Time to move on. Especially Bobby Lashley's the #1 baby face on Raw. Okay, bud. He's like the second. Okay.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next match, and this one is from a feud that has actually been hilarious and funny. Kevin Owens versus Elias.
No. Who's that? Who's Elias?
Isn't that the guy he's facing? I looked at the picture. That's literally him.
No, it's not.
Well, who is that? Wait, there's another?
No, Leo, tell him who that is.
Yeah, that is Ezekiel. That is Elias's younger brother.
But they look like twins.
Oh, have you not seen Adam Cole and his twin brother? They look identical.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
This is Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother.
Okay, where's Elias these days?
He's dead.
He buried his guitar. He's now wandering in the woods, probably finding Bigfoot.
Or probably looking for Bray Wyatt.
Yes, maybe he found the funhouse.
I wouldn't think the funhouse would be in the woods.
Seth Rollins went to the woods and found the funhouse.
Really? He went to the woods for that? I thought he just went backstage for that.
No, he said he was going fiend hunting, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Then he went to his house and burned it down. Literally.
I get it. Burn it down.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kevin Owens and Elias have been feuding for a couple of months now. What?
Yeah, it's happened. Yeah.
You guys keep giving me that look every time I say Elias. What's wrong with you?
For the last time, that is not Elias. That's Zeke.
Oh, really?
Now let Zeke.
Okay, folks, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Yes, that's Ezekiel. I'm just messing with y'all just so I can get Kevin Owens to like me, but it's not working.
Well, you think Kevin Owens listens to us?
Yes.
Yeah. Kev, if you listen to us, hit us up, dog. We can get you on here.
I know his older brother does. What was his name? Keith Owens? Ken Owens. Yeah, Ken Owens.
Yeah.
His older brother, Ken Owens.
Ken has been in a lot of Raws supporting his little brother with his, especially Ken has been joined by his wife Darby Owens.
Haha.
Get that reference.
Nice indeed. I get that reference. That's really cool. Kind of reminds me of the time Braun Strowman brought his twin brother Braun Strowman.
There you go.
Did you see the size of him?
For real.
That was insane. Anyways, Ezekiel has been competing in some matches every now and then, and performs. I'll be honest, doesn't perform as good as Elias did, but he's still good, and I think this is his true chance to really shine because they haven't really given him much to work with.
I will say this: Zeke is over, like very over.
Oh yeah, he's as over.
Kevin Owens for that.
Yep. Kevin Owens, the guy who main evented WrestleMania this year against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
What a freaking match that was. KO is just having the time of his life, and we all know it. Even the haters who want him in AEW knows it.
I still can't believe it.
I'm sorry, what?
I still can't believe I watched Stone Cold wrestle.
I honestly can't believe I watched it in person.
There you go.
With the Losers Lounge with Ryan and Connor.
I was there in spirit.
Yes, you were, man. You were inside. Right. You were inside our friend TJ.
Dang right. I'm good friends with TJ. Shout out to TJ. Right.
Yep. We did once make a funny joke, which I hope doesn't cause any problems or something, if it's all right. If you want me to tell it.
Sure, go for it. What you got?
Yeah, at WrestleMania, we were hanging out with Ryan Connor and myself, hanging out with our friend TJ. As I said, hey, in a way, we kind of are hanging out with Yo Balor. Although at the same time, if he suddenly showed up, he'd be like, what? You replaced me with another black guy?
There you go. Okay.
It's like, well, here's the thing. You weren't available, and we kind of needed the black guy in the group because we needed the representative. And then he was like, well, you picked a good one in TJ.
There you go.
Because honestly,
the guy who me and Leo are friends with is named TJ, so there you go. You bet him already.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. He was a great guy to hang out with.
There you go.
So, back to the subject. I am gonna say Ezekiel's gonna win by means of a roll-up.
Zeke will win, and then he will speak.
Zeke always speaks. Who wants to hear Zeke speak?
Me.
Yep. Leo, who do you think will win?
I'm going to say the same thing, and that Zeke will win.
I have a great idea. What if Kevin Owens is about to win, and then we hear the guitar noise? Ding!
Okay, and then I will be like, what? That's going on.
This just confirmed that Kevin Owens, you have been wrong, boy. You have been wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, bring in Damian Sandow to pose as Elias.
I would be surprised, honestly, since Damian Sandow apparently is retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's legit retired from us.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Yep, after his match with his next match on NWA Power or whatever big show they're going to be doing is going to be his final match.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, congrats on... Well, thanks for the memories, man.
Heck yeah.
All right. Time to move on to the next match. This is one I'm excited for. A 6-person mixed tag team match. An actual 6-person mixed tag match worth getting excited for, unlike a Double or Nothing. And that is the Judgment Day. Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley facing off against Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan.
I am so excited.
And you know what they should have done? They should have put this inside Hell in a Cell. Even if women are involved, who cares? Let's just do it.
There you go.
I guess it could really be Anarchy, right?
Anarchy inside the cell.
Yeah. We'll just have like we'll just have Finn Balor's theme playing the whole time.
Oh, what are you talking about? Let's keep Judgment Day's theme going the whole time.
Actually, yeah, that'd be even better.
Bridge the whole time.
Actually, yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah.
Yo, Balor, I'll actually start with you. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, for gosh sakes, this has been a fun rivalry. First of all, I'm glad they're keeping Liv Morgan busy because people were saying she was buried, quote unquote, for months and months and months. She's doing something now. It involves two of my faves. Of course, Finn Balor, of course. He is teamed up with AJ Styles in a dream tag team, which I think I predicted, God, 6 years ago, back in 2017. That happened. Okay. Here, I got what I want. Judgment Day has been incredible. Best card Monday Night Raw. No joke, they are the best card of Raw whenever they come on. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And I don't know, man. It could go either way. Judgment Day could win, or the other team could win. But I'm going with Judgment Day to win because I think there's going to be a little heel turn. I think Finn Balor turns heel. I think Finn Balor turns on AJ Styles and Liv Morgan. And he's going to not join Judgment Day, even though that's not what they might. He's just going to go off on his own. I was losing and losing and losing. I lost the U.S. title. I wasn't on WrestleMania. I wasn't at Royal Rumble. I was treated horribly as the U.S. champion. You think me teaming up with you was the best thing to do? No. You weighed me down. You made me into nothing, so I'm going to turn my back on you, and then he'll drop AJ Styles or walk out of the match or whatever, and that'll be it. I don't think Judgment Day should lose just yet. You know, and Finn Balor in the Judgment Day pretty fun, but Finn's more of a leader than a follower. Even though, again, it would be great to see Finn Balor in the Judgment Day. Cool, like you joined because, you know, again, as I said, you let down, you not give anything up. You were going to squander. and he's going to turn heel, and he's going to join the dark side. And, Finn Balor joining Judgment Day, and like someone brought this up on social media, like Finn Balor like channels the demon only when Edge like needs someone like the demon would be like Edge's like guard dog or whatever. I don't know. And plus Finn cutting promos with the Judgment Day, bruh, that'd be sick. So I think Finn Balor turns heel, and he turns his back on the people who turns his back, and that's it. And then Judgment Day wins. That's what I think that's what I hope happens, but I don't think it's going to happen. But that's why I say that's what I'm going with Judgment Day. Next set.
All right. Leo, your move.
I'm gonna say that Judgment Day will win with the addition of a new member.
Oh.
And it's not Finn Balor. I'm pretty sure, as if rumors are true, it's going to be Tommaso Ciampa, or just Ciampa now.
Yeah.
Rumors are saying Finn Balor. Could be both of them for all we freaking know.
All right. Well, for me, I believe the Judgment Day is going to win as well because, well, I understand like the whole thing about the fact that AJ Styles hasn't gotten a win over Edge in this rivalry, but the whole thing about this is, the whole big deal about this is Edge training and helping out with talent that otherwise would have gotten lost in the shuffle. Let's be honest, Rhea Ripley's been irrelevant in teams with Nikki ASH and Liv Morgan and shit like that.
So in reality, and if you really think about it, so I guess Edge is the new version of Bryan Danielson, and I guess this is their version of the Tactical Combat Club, kind of.
Not
because
really.
they're helping the young talent. Even though Rhea Ripley is younger and David Prince is older, but still, you get what I'm trying to say, folks.
I guess in a way.
Off the dog, we're not House of Black. I don't see anything about that.
Yep. All right, we're going to move on now to the main event, which we know is a main event because it's the only Hell in a Cell match on a pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell. I actually forgot until I brought it up that this is a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view again.
Oh, dang it, Christian. I thought Ezekiel and KO was closing this show.
I don't think so. Nope. It's Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. And Cody Rhodes is on the promotional poster. And this is his first time in the main event as a singles competitor in his entire career.
Yeah, which is very weird and awesome and cool.
Hell, look back on the AEW pay-per-views. He main evented none of them.
Sucks.
His own company. He didn't even main event a single one.
This is his first main event on a WWE show, I'm pretty sure, since Hell in a Cell 2009.
That's right, DX and Legacy.
Yeah, this is his first one-on-one main event. But at the same time, I get what you're meaning because, yeah, he was in the main event of the first Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And holy shit, I should honestly go back and rewatch that match because, oh my god, it was so violent and intense, and we got so freaked out for Shawn Michaels.
That didn't happen until 2018, but okay.
I was talking about 2009 when the Legacy beat the living shit out of him with Triple H being forced to watch.
Yeah, I kind of laughed at that looking back.
Yeah, it was insane.
That was it.
Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins has been an epic rivalry and perhaps one of the best in WWE this year.
One of the best, in my opinion, as well.
Yep. And the match at WrestleMania was awesome. The match at WrestleMania Backlash was even better. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do inside Hell in a Cell. So the good thing is, this is Cody's first Cell match since 2009. Seth was in the last one, which was in Crown Jewel.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
And this will be his fifth Hell in a Cell match.
Yep, because he was previously this will be his fifth Hell in a Cell match. 2019 against the Fiend Bray Wyatt. 16 against Kevin Owens, and 2014 against Dean Ambrose.
Yep.
Oh, I love that match, that rivalry.
Yep.
We just don't talk about one of those matches.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, it involves someone named Bruno because we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about what's in the Wendy's chili, and we don't talk about Seth versus the Fiend.
What's wrong with Wendy's chili?
have you not seen what they put in? How they make that?
If you want, here's the thing. If you want good looking chili, go to Tim Hortons. I mean, granted, I can do that because Tim Hortons is prominent in Canada, but their chili is amazing.
Oh, I will make my way to Canada.
Come on up anytime you want. Just fair warning, it's also boiling hot up here.
I never know about Tim Hortons when I visited Toronto.
Really? Well, anyways, let's just keep on going. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, like, this Hell in a Cell match is the perfect one for them to culminate their feud. Because I know that they're both going to be moving on to other things after this is over. The only thing that's unusual is that Cody Rhodes has 2 wins over Seth, so this is not a rubber match at all.
Sucks to be you, Seth. You've been putting this man over, which is totally fine.
Yeah, it's pretty much just one man obsessing to beat the other and failing.
That's one way of putting it.
You're going to fail again.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it out in there. The match is going to be exciting and brutal, but Cody Rhodes will win.
Again.
Yep. Leo?
Yep. Oh, Cody is going to, once again, defeat Seth Rollins, and then he's going to go on to win Money in the Bank.
And then he's going to go on to announce his cash-in at Madison Square Garden. And then at Madison Square Garden, he's going to become WWE Champion.
No, actually, I was thinking he was going to win by countout, which mirrors exactly what happened to Dusty Rhodes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to win by countout. He's going to cash in Money in the Bank, win by countout. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to pin Roman.
Yeah.
Nobody's pinning Roman. Not until Drew McIntyre does. Then he's been pinned. And I think this match with Cody and Seth might get very brutal, actually, to the point where there's blood. Accidental, though. They're not going to bust through over the hard way. And I think, there might be a big spot on top of the cell. Maybe no, don't do cross off the top of the cell. That'd be very dangerous. I don't know what they could do. I think they will go on top of the cell because that always happens, obviously. Almost. But I think Cody is going to win. And like you guys said, he's going to go on to win Money in the Bank and become the next WWE champion. No, like it or not, folks, Cody is becoming WWE champion.
Meanwhile,
like it or not.
Drew McIntyre will become Universal Champion.
Your hero Roman Reigns is not walking out of 2022 as champion. Period.
Yeah, because if he's gonna do his feud with The Rock, it has to be when he's at his worst, not when he's at his best. Because otherwise, Rock has no reason to show up.
Exactly.
And even WWE doesn't go like that's stupid because we're talking about The Rock here. The Rock's not just gonna do this for no reason.
Exactly. You need to have a story behind The Rock coming in. But, The Rock's not coming in. The Rock has nothing to do in the first quarter of 2023. The Rock is showing up.
Yeah.
Just on when he's showing up.
Yeah, the reason he has no movie schedule, let's be honest, is because he already booked himself to WWE.
Exactly. He's getting trained up. He's getting ready. He's coming back to beat some candy. No, he's not.
Speaking of coming back, I can't wait for hopefully the return of John Cena soon.
That's right. It's John Cena month, too. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that.
20 years of Mr. Cena.
Yep. All right.
Let's just hope we can see him this time.
So I believe all of us are unanimous by saying Cody Rhodes is going to win.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to win. I think maybe on the night after Hell in a Cell is when they start to build up to Money in the Bank, and then we'll see what happens from there. But I think it's going to be a fun match. The Rumble has been great.
All right, folks, that concludes our predictions to Hell in a Cell, which also concludes, well, this podcast, 2.5 hours. So I'm actually surprised we managed to cover that. The review of Double or Nothing, the double predictions to In Your House and Hell in a Cell. We actually did a good job with that. Leo, good job on your work with us. It's good to have you on board again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on again, because I'm always happy to join and talk about professional wrestling with my friends.
Of course.
Bingo was his name-o. That's what I'm talking about.
I thought Bruno was his name-o.
Shut up! We don't talk about Bruno.
Too late, you just did.
Damn it!
Ha!
Well, here's to hoping that Money in the Bank is going to be awesome as well. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our review of Hell in a Cell. After that, we will not be doing any predictions or reviews to AEW Forbidden Door. The reasons being vacations. Losers Lounge are going to be busy.
Yeah,
but we will be back. We will be back to predict Money in the Bank and talk about that show.
Yep.
And then same thing for SummerSlam, and then later the Clash at the Castle in September.
Yay! Losers are Clash at the Castle. Forever jousting tournament.
Hell yeah, I'll win. Mine, because mine's bigger than yours.
What?
Nothing. Anyways, heel Balor, you know exactly what to do.
Well, let's see. Well, we're the losers, and this is our lounge. And we'll see you on the next one, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. And happy Pride Month, happy June, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick some butt this year, month, year, whatever. See you, folks.